traditions for years. Even the grandkids are grown. Come by and see why so many people come back to Team One Chevy in Gadsden.
Home of the best people, the best service, period.
There's a special place where overtime gives way to family time, where fast pace becomes a little slower lifestyle. At Campers Unlimited, we can help get you there, where your lake house, beach house, or tailgate headquarters can have the same address. We carry the top brands in America like Grand Design and Forest River. With a large selection, we're sure to have a floor plan that fits your needs. So when you're ready to disconnect in order to reconnect, take the easy drive to Campers Unlimited on Interstate 59 in Gadsden or shop us online at campersunlimited.net.
Serving Calhoun County in the state of Alabama since 1994, offering some of the most competitive interest rates in the mortgage industry, along with a wide variety of mortgage products. We are with you throughout the home buying process, offering you service before and after the close. Fast, reliable, local. Visit us today or apply online at our website, jacksonmortgageco.com.
And you remember, if you need a home loan, call my daddy.
It's done, man. It's time to come together and change the culture. Let's do the little things right. Let's not worry about what the school board says. You do what you've been coached to do. You do it. Don't worry about everything else. Do your job to 100% because your brother next to you means more than the name on the back of your jersey. You come into our house, you get hit in the mouth. You come in our house, you earn it. Respect ain't given. Respect is taken, and we take it tonight. It's prime time, baby. It's prime time, baby.
Lamar Field, home of the Oxford Yellow Jackets, and we are here for a very highly anticipated matchup here tonight. The Pale City Panthers come to Oxford to face the Yellow Jackets here at Lamar Field. Welcome to your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. I'm here with my partner, Jackson New. He's going to be my color analyst tonight, and my name is Dawson Strickland. I will be your play-by-play analyst here tonight. Jackson, this is a game me and you have had circled all year long. Rush Propst comes to town, and we all know what legacy he brings as he's looking to see if the Pale City Panthers can do the unthinkable, and that's knock off the Oxford Yellow Jackets.
I'll tell you what, I think this game is going to be a lot closer than what people expect. I mean, you look at these records and you're like, oh, you think Oxford's going to beat them pretty badly. But, I mean, you got to look who Pale City has faced.
We talked about this all week long. The Pale City Panthers are 1-4 this year. Their one win comes against a good center point team, but Rush Propst has kept them in the game. The one game they got beat really bad was against Clay Chalkville, and we've seen what Clay Chalkville was last week against Thompson. They have been within 2 scores of every game they have lost this year. And tonight, if Oxford lets them hang around, we could see a ball game here tonight.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, I think it is. I think it's going to be a good ball game. I really do. And like last week, good thing on the Oxford side, they're 5-0. They're 5-1 this year. Last week they lost, and it was very, very controversial finish to that game.
You're correct. The Hartselle and Oxford game last week, you saw it here late. We've seen the last little bit of that. It was a very good ball game. Oxford fell just short off a 2-point conversion. They had a offsides penalty that pushed Hartselle closer. Hartselle goes for 2, wins the game. Now, Pale City, on the other hand, lost by 2 scores against Eufaula, a good Eufaula team. Now, we're going to look at the Oxford Yellow Jackets. We know what kind of dynasty they have built here in Oxford, and head coach Sam Adams, 17-12 as the Oxford head coach. And he's had Oxford moving in the right direction this year as far as some of their key wins this year have been some pretty good ones.
100%. And so far, this is the best start in the Sam Adams era for Oxford.
And they have wins against McAdory, 33-23, wins against Huntsville. Me and you got to call that game 35-6, wins versus Shades Valley, Huffman, and Pinson Valley. And last week was the loss to Hartselle. So Sam Adams had some big shoes to fill. Keith Etheridge was the head coach here at Oxford, state champion, actually. So this has got the key to be one of the biggest matchups in the state tonight. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have some starting lineups and we'll get ready for kickoff. We'll be back with your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank.
For over 50 years, Oxford City Schools has been building a legacy that we can all be proud of. Academics, athletics, and more. While we are proud of where we've been, we are even more proud of where we are going. Oxford City Schools prepares children from elementary school all the way to the time that they graduate. Our goal is to mold students into future leaders and pioneers of this community and the world.
Come see the wonder that is the Festival of Lights, proudly sponsored by First Bank of Alabama. Chocolaco Park is filled with over 1 million lights and twinkling displays of all the Christmas favorites. You can park and enter Santa's Village, where there is an outdoor skating rink, inflatables for the kids, food trucks, and have your photo made with Santa. Get your tickets now at oxfordlights.com.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your local bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We're on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. Stop being just another number at the big bank and start being a neighbor at Southern States Bank. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank. We are just a few minutes away from kickoff here at Lamar Field, the Oxford Yellow Jackets and the Pell City Panthers. So here we go. I'm going to give some starting lineups for the Pell City Panthers, starting with the offensive side of the football. So here we go. Your left tackle going to be Malik Watts, number 55. Number 73, Lance Sanderson. Left guard, number 75, Caden Aldridge will be your center. Number 72, right guard, William Milan. Number 77, right tackle, Mike Snow. Number 23, Jarrett Duran will be your tailback. Number 88, wide receiver, Ethan Everett. Number 7, wide receiver, Zach Dukin. Number 4, wide receiver, John David Probst. And number 35, DeJohn O'Neal will be your tailback. And number 12, quarterback, Nikita Getmanchuk will be the starting quarterback. But a name we didn't mention there, we'll be mentioning right here in just a few moments. On the defensive side of the ball, number 14, Dalton Fink will be your defensive end. D tackle, Hunter Ockwell, number 22. Number 46, Caden Joyner. Number 1, middle linebacker, Marquise Bedford, one of the key players for this Pell City defense. Number 34, Trey Krzyzewski will be your starting linebacker. Number 26, linebacker, DJ Verge. Number 17, linebacker, Jordan Perry. Number 6, strong safety, Ethan Isabel. Number 13, free safety, Tristan Anderson. Number 29, cornerback, LJ Berry. And number 0, cornerback, J.J. Johnson. A guy we did not mention for Pell City will also be number 4, Caleb Gross, will be one of the best players for this Pell City team. Now, shifting sides to the Oxford offensive starters. Rashid Cunningham will be number 54. He's your tackle. Number 50, Andrew Kirkland Jr. will be your guard. 67, Jaden Young will be your center. Number 77, at guard, Kevin Wheat. Number 53, at tackle, Markavion Conley. Number 16, quarterback, Mason Mims. Number 5, running back, Jaden Thomas. Number 23, running back, D.K. Wilson. Number 2, tight end, wide receiver, Jaden Lewis. Number 19, tight end, Nick Hampton. And number 1, the man you know about, Kamari Hampton, will be their best wide receiver tonight. On the defensive side of the ball, number 3, defensive end, Donovan Jones. Number 52, nose tackle, Caleb Tenner. Number 10, defensive end, Keenan Britz. Number 20, outside linebacker, Desmond Whitson. Number 43, outside linebacker, Jaez Fleming. Number 34, inside linebacker, Hudson Gillum. Number 33, inside linebacker, James Tapley. Number 8, cornerback, Latravion Figures. Number 0, cornerback, Christian Gibson. And Cedric Twyman and Judd Sire will be your safeties. So, big night tonight. There's so much talent here in this game. And Jackson, I cannot sit here and talk much about Kamari Hampton, one of the best receivers we've seen. We got to call one of his games earlier in the year, made 2 of the best catches I've seen on TV.
I mean, and you're 100% correct. I mean, that game versus Huntsville was insane for him. I think it was 3 touchdowns. He head-topped the guy. He caught a ball in one hand in the end zone. I'll tell you what, if you don't have a defensive back to guard him, it's going to be a long night for Pell City.
And we see some of the captains here tonight for Oxford. Keenan Britt out there. Caleb Gross for the Pell City Panthers also out there. Number 7, Judd Sire as well. We are getting ready for kickoff, Jackson. It is fixing to be a very, very good ball game at Lamar Field tonight.
It 100% is. And one of the other things I noticed so far, tell you what, Pell City's got some big boys.
They do indeed. And we didn't get to talk about Pell City much. We talked about the man that everybody knows and who everybody's going to want to come and see, and that's Rush Probst. Rush Probst is a high school coaching legend here in the state of Alabama as well as in the state of Georgia. Rush Probst got 7 state championships all by himself. And he's had some really good teams as far as Hoover, Valdosta. At one point, he was at Cleveland County back in the day. I mean, the guy's been everywhere.
I mean, he really has been. I mean, just been absolutely everywhere. Colquitt County, Georgia. I mean, won 2 state championships with Colquitt County. I mean, just an absolute monster when it comes to high school football.
And he is indeed working to build this Pell City program back up as they have struggled over the past few years. Oxford leads this series, and they won last year 38-13. Oxford leads the series 37-19. You know he's looking to try to change that up tonight.
He really is. And I'll tell you what, he definitely has the players to be able to do that. And I just cannot wait for this game. Pell City's going to come out. They're going to hit him in the mouth early. And this is going to be a really physical game, I think.
It is indeed, and I agree with you. As you look on Rush Probst's side, as he's got Courtney Upshaw, one of the former Alabama Crimson Tide's defensive linebacker. And let me tell you, he's got a coaching staff to build these guys up. And you know, he has circled this game on his calendar. And here we go. The Oxford Yellow Jackets are fixing to make their way onto the field for this muchly anticipated matchup here tonight.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, like I've been saying though, Pell City comes out, and it's weird seeing last week we went from Raglan. Raglan has 22 players on their whole roster. Now we're at Pell City. I mean, you got probably, I don't know exactly how many, but I'm telling you, they at least have 60 kids out there right now.
And it is insane to see how these teams are being built. As you know, Sam Adams has built this Oxford team up fairly well, I would say. And Rush Probst, his first year at Pell City, has not been going well for him, but we know he knew what he was getting into. And if there's anybody that can rebuild Pell City, it's Rush Probst.
100%. I mean, you're talking about possibly the GOAT of high school football. He's definitely up there in that category.
And we talked about it a little bit on the pregame show as well. I mean, we know this guy's, we know his repertoire and his record. We know what he can do. And here we go. The Oxford Yellow Jackets are stepping out on the field of this wonderful field here in Oxford, Alabama. We had a little bit of rain earlier. It looks like it is cleared up, and it looks like it's going to be a good night for football.
It really does. And this right here is really solidifying football season. I mean, we're just now starting to get into the fall, and this is when football season really takes off.
Absolutely, Jackson. I agree with you, as it has been a wonderful season so far. We've called many great games. We called these Oxford Yellow Jackets one time. And going back to that game that we called between the Oxford Yellow Jackets, to be honest, I can't remember who they played. Huntsville. They played Huntsville, and it was a game to where Oxford made a lot of mistakes, and they shouldn't have let Huntsville hang around as long as they did.
And people forget, I mean, Oxford ended up beating them by a pretty good chunk of points.
They
but
did.
You got to remember, I remember the first half. It was very close. Huntsville actually struck first in that game. It was 7-0.
They did.
And I mean, think about it is, if Pell City can come out and hit them hard and score some points early, this could be a very interesting game.
And on the Pell City side, we talked about it. They have been 1 or 2 plays away from winning a lot of these games. Besides the Clay Chalkville game, they have been 1 or 2 plays away from winning these games. I mean, the loss to Moody, 24-28. One play, you're ahead. The loss to Leeds, 23-30. One play, you're there. The next game, Clay Chalkville, that was 46-7, but we know how Clay Chalkville is. Then Center Point, they got the win there, 24-16, and the loss versus Eufaula, 32-46. Once again, 2 scores. So here we go. We're getting ready for kickoff here as we see number 4, Caleb Gross, is back deep for the Pell City Panthers, and the Southern State Bank kickoff is here now. We are ready, folks. The game that you have all been waiting for all season long. Pell City and Oxford here at Lamar Field, as the Oxford Yellow Jackets have elected to defer till the second half here as Ray Barrera will kick it off for the Yellow Jackets. And here we go, folks. We are underway. And they are indeed going to kick it to Caleb Gross. Caleb Gross is going to take it to about the 20-yard line, and he's going to get wrapped up by a slew of Yellow Jackets.
Really good special teams play right there by the Yellow Jackets. And I'll tell you what, if that's going to how this game's going to start, it's going to be a very long night for Pell City because they are tackling really well.
It looked like number 5, Jaden Thomas, was the first man to meet Caleb Gross, and we're going to hear both of their names called a lot tonight as Jaden Thomas, one of the star players on this Oxford offense, meets Caleb Gross, one of the star players on this Pell City offense.
100%. And I tell you what, we didn't really talk about it here tonight, but I think, in my opinion, one of the best players on this field, number 10 right there, defensive end, Keenan Britt.
Keenan Britt is a very good talent for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. So here we go, folks. Caleb Gross is going to line up at quarterback. You will see Nikita Getman-Shuck be taking some snaps under center also tonight. So here we go. Gross, he's going to motion out. He is going to take it himself. He's going to find a crease. And Caleb Gross has got some space. He's got speed. He's going across the 50-yard line. And Caleb Gross is going to be pushed out by a slew of Yellow Jackets after a big gain.
I'll tell you what, first play of the game, Caleb Gross just told everybody that I'm here.
And we're going to see it again. And look at this blocking. The blocking by this Pell City offensive line was fantastic. And I tell you what, if the Yellow Jackets got lucky that number 8, LaDravion Figures, was there, or Gross was heading to the end zone.
Oh, yeah, nobody's catching him. They're going to be looking at the back of his helmet.
So here we go. Gross, he's looking to throw it. He's going to flip a pass over the middle of the field, and that was almost very, very bad for the Pell City Panthers, looking for John David Probst across the middle.
That was very, very dangerous pass in the coverage right there, and he's very lucky that was not intercepted.
As Cedric Twyman was the man closest to the ball there, and I'm wishing he's probably thinking he could get a few more steps, and he might could have intercepted that pass.
100%, and I'll tell you what, they've went in shotgun already twice tonight. I'm ready to see this.
As they've got 4 wide receivers to our near side here. As Gross, he's going to keep it himself again. There's going to be a penalty flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on Pell City.
And that's another thing. In that, the one we called Huntsville-Oxford, it was penalty city. I mean, penalties were flying all over the place, and that is one thing that you cannot have in this football game.
Absolutely not. So that's going to back up the Panthers, and that's going to put them at 2nd down and long here against an Oxford defense who is very, very experienced. They're very good. So this is where you don't want to be if you're the Panthers. So Gross, he's going to be in the shotgun all by himself. 4 wide receivers to the near side. Gross is going to run the same play. He's going to keep it himself. Gross is going to make a man miss, and Gross is going to pick up a lot of that penalty yardage back and a few more.
I'll tell you what, though, I like that play call so far. That's twice they've ran it, and that's twice they've got a good chunk of yards right there.
It's the blocking. The blocking from Pell City has been supreme on 2 run plays so far, as Malik Watts, a guy we talked about a little bit as one of the starting lineups, he is one of their best linemen, pulling guard there, leading the way for Gross. So here's Gross. He's looking to throw it. He's going to flip it out, and he's going to get it to number 3, Landon Strong, and Strong is going to have well enough for a first down.
I mean, that's a really good play call right there. Just, I think it was a little wheel route out there, and that's just a insane play call.
As we know, Gross is not technically their passer. We watched a little bit of the highlights of this Pell City team before the game, and we've seen Getman-Shuck passing the football really, really well. And Gross has been normally their runner, but he's thrown 2 passes here tonight, and now he's going to run the football again. Here's Gross. Strong leads the way, and that's going to be a very short gain on first down.
Yeah, that was a really good defensive play right there by the Yellow Jackets, and that's just a very good defensive play.
So Caleb Gross has ran the ball multiple times already in this game, and they've had success, and a lot of that's got to do with this offensive line we keep talking about.
I mean, and there's just holes opening up for Caleb Gross to get through, and he's just making huge plays so far.
Gross, he's going to be in the gun. He's looking to throw it, and he's going to have to get that ball away, and he does. He throws it away. That looked to be Keenan Britt on the pressure for the Yellow Jackets.
No shock there. I mean, Keenan Britt shot out of a cannon right there. Look at that. I mean, you do not want that man after you in free space.
Very good play there by Gross to get the ball out, because that was going to be a sack for a very, very big gain for the Pell City Panthers.
It really was, and that could have possibly knocked him out of field goal range, too, if that would have been a sack.
John David Probst checks in for the Panthers on this 3rd down and about 9 yards to go. Gross. He's got Strong in the backfield. Gross, he's going to keep it himself. Gross is going to make a man miss. Gross has got some space to the outside. And a good game by Caleb Gross to send us into the City of Chaos red zone.
I'll tell you what, Caleb Gross is hype, and why wouldn't he be? He's been making plays this whole drive. Little read option, and Gross just finds holes, breaks about 2 or 3 tackles right there, and makes just an amazing play.
And let me tell you, if what they're thinking right now is if they can't stop the quarterback run, why change it? Caleb Gross has led this drive off quarterback runs. He's thrown 2 passes. One of them was incomplete, one of them was completed for a big gain. So here we go in the I formation. Grossie's under center. He's going to give it off to his fullback. That is number 35, DeJon O'Neal, for a very short gain. Good play there by the Oxford Yellow Jacket defensive front to stop O'Neal in his tracks.
Really good defensive player. And I'll tell you what, so far we've not seen him yet, but don't be surprised if you get number 1 Marquise Bedford back there in the backfield.
We have not seen Marquise Bedford, and he is one of the leading tailbacks on this Pell City roster, and he has been very good so far this year, and we haven't seen him yet. Oh, don't be shocked if you see him here in just a minute.
100%. He's a good power back for this Pell City offense.
So Gross, he's under center. O'Neal behind him, and it's going to be another give to O'Neal. And O'Neal is going to get drugged backwards. And that's another short gain there for the Panthers as they run 2 back-to-back fullback dives.
And that was a really good job just blowing up the hole right there by number 20, Desmond Whitson.
As here we go, is another one to O'Neal. And the Yellow Jackets are just keeping O'Neal under control already tonight, as he's another guy we talked about a little bit, being a key factor to this offense for the Panthers. So number 43, Sean Boyle, is your fullback. This is going to be a give to number 1, Marquise Bedford, and that's going to be a penalty flag on the play.
Tell you what, Oxford better be very lucky there's a penalty flag on that play, because Bedford was about to walk into the end zone possibly.
So that's going to be third down and long for the Panthers after the false start penalty. So now we're going to see what the Panthers draw up here on 3rd and long.
I'll tell you what, I've seen a couple plays from last week against Eufaula, and I've seen a little wheel route from Caleb Gross to Bedford out there. Don't be surprised if you see this.
Bedford is in the backfield along with O'Neal. Little wing T formation, and it was going to be a pass up to Zach Duncan.
It's going to be
and there's going to be another flag on the play. False start on Pell City, so that's going to back him up. And Pell City shot himself in the foot this drive.
They really have. I mean, that's 4 false starts penalties this drive so far. That is absolutely not what you need if you're Pell City. I mean, you've had an absolute amazing drive. You came out, you've blocked well, you've run well, you've even passed well, and you're just shooting yourself in the foot. I think that's 2 back-to-back false starts.
Okay, here we go. Nikita Getmanchuk is in the ball game for the Panthers. He has been their passer all year long, and he's got a good arm. And they have got Caleb Gross lined up in the backfield. He slides his gloves on and switches to halfback, as Getmanchuk is going to be in the gun. And I believe that's going to be a timeout, Pell City.
And I'll tell you what, I think that's a good call right there by
Great
Pell
call,
City.
yes.
Yeah.
And it gives this Oxford defense to regroup. This has been a long drive, and they have done a very good job of holding this Pell City defense right here, which then again, or this Pell City offense, then again, they did shoot themselves in the foot. The penalties really has killed Pell City this drive, but if you're Oxford, you're looking at the chops.
Yeah, you really are. And I mean, so far, you got to be getting tired too. I mean, I don't know exactly how many plays this drive is, but I think it's at least 9 or 10.
Yeah, you've got to be looking at your chops if you're Coach Sam Adams in the Yellow Jackets, because that drive is looking really promising for Pell City. And now they have pushed themselves back, and if they just play a little bit off, they'll take a field goal here. Any day of the week, they'll take 3 points.
100%. They definitely will take 3 points here. You come into Lamar Field, take 3 points on the first drive. I count that as a win.
Absolutely. And if you're the Yellow Jacket defense, that's great. Because after the way this drive started, I could have told you they were probably going to score a touchdown, but the defense steps up. So here we go. Gross in the backfield with Getmanchuk in front of him. He's going to be in the gun. 3 wide receivers are in the formation. They're going to motion out Gross, and this is a very big play here for the Pell City Panthers. Getmanchuk, he's looking to throw it. He drops back. He's got all the time in the world, and Getmanchuk is going to take off and run with it, and he is not a very fast quarterback. He is not very fast. He is a pocket passer, and that's going to be 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I'm giving a lot of credit to the Pell City offensive line here. He had time to eat a donut and drink a Dr. Pepper back there.
He had all the time in the world, and he was able to get out of the pocket and get a decent gain there to bring up 4th down. So here we go. The Panthers are going to look to kick a long field goal to try to put them up 3 points on the Yellow Jackets. And it's a good snap, good hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. The Pell City Panthers 3, the Oxford Yellow Jackets 0. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more of your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank.
Spend your weekend at the 18th Annual Barber Vintage Festival, presented by BMW Motorrad. Thrilling stunt shows, food trucks, beer gardens, live music, and a kids zone brings the fun for everyone. Get your tickets now.
Hello, I'm John Garlick, and I'm running for probate judge here in Calhoun County, and I'm asking for your vote. From accounting and finance to law enforcement and mental health, my education, training, and experience make me uniquely qualified to be your probate judge. Now, I've sworn an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the great state of Alabama, and I look forward to taking that oath again as your next probate judge. I'm John Garlick, and I'm asking for your vote.
When I was a child, my parents couldn't afford braces. My grandparents paid for them, and it changed my life. It's why I'm an orthodontist today. Hi, I'm Dr. John Phillips, and at PT Orthodontics, we want to make braces and Invisalign easy and affordable for everybody. That's why we offer no down payment and affordable monthly payments to give you the smile you'd like to have. And with offices in Oxford and Gadsden, we're neighborhood orthodontics. Give us a call.
Spend your weekend at the 18th Annual Barber Vintage Festival, presented by BMW Motorrad. Thrilling stunt shows, food trucks, beer gardens, live music, and a kids zone brings the fun for everyone. Get your tickets now.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. The Pell City Panthers had a good drive going. 4 false start penalties pushed them back, and they take 3 points here at Lamar Field early against the Oxford Yellow Jackets. So now we're going to get to see this high-powered Oxford Yellow Jacket offense, and they looked very good. The one time that we called them this year, they looked really good, and they've really looked good all year.
They really have. I mean, they have just some absolute playmakers on offense. I mean, you got Kamari Hampton, you got Jaden Thomas, just monsters.
Looks like number 19, Jake Blackstone, will be the kicker for the Panthers in your Southern State Bank kickoff. And here we go, folks. The Yellow Jacket offense is heading onto the field, and that kick's going to bounce out of bounds. That's going to be a legal kick out of bounds. And Oxford get good field position on the first drive.
That is not what you need if you're Pell City right there. They're coming out. You can already tell Kamari Hampton right there. You see him on the screen. He's ready to get that ball in his hands and make some plays.
This Yellow Jacket offense, from what we've seen, this offense runs around Mason Mims and Kamari Hampton. They have been the 2 guys that we have seen really make a lot of the plays for the Yellow Jackets this year.
I mean, and that's true. And the thing about it is, though, let's see if this Pell City defense can get some pressure on Mason Mims back there.
And Jaden Thomas has been a big key factor for the Yellow Jackets as well this year at the running back position. So here we go, a little weird formation here for the Yellow Jackets to start it off. It's going to be a quick pass outside to Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas is going to get wrapped up there by number 1, Marquise Bedford.
I mean, that is, I can't express that enough how good of a tackle that was. Open field, just grabs him by the legs. If he doesn't make that play, I mean, you're looking at probably 10, 15 more yards right there.
And Jaden Thomas is a very, very good, elusive player for the Yellow Jackets, as he will be in the backfield with Mason Mims here in shotgun.
I'll tell you what, this Pell City defense is very big.
They are. They're a very big defense. They're going to motion Hampton. Mims. He's going to give it off to Thomas. Thomas is going to bounce it out. He's going to be hit hard. There, like first contact was made by number 29, L.J. Berry.
And that was one of my key guys. He's also a very good return specialist. I've seen him on the kickoff. I think he's ran back 2 already this year for Pell City.
And Jaden Thomas has been very effective so far this year for the Yellow Jackets. The Pell City Panthers did a very good job of containing him there to force 3rd down. So a big 3rd down here for the Yellow Jackets. 3rd down and about 6 yards to go.
I'll tell you what, if you're Pell City, if you get a stop here, Gross Pro is going to be very happy.
Got to single in on Nick Richardson, who is a very good target of Mason Mims as well, as it looks like Bedford is guarding him in the slot. Here we go. This is going to be a quick out there to Thomas. There's going to be a penalty flag down as Bedford meets him first, and a big hit over on the sidelines there for the Pell City Panthers. That looked to be number 0, J.J. Johnson on the hit, but there's a penalty flag down.
I'll tell you what, though, that was a big hit by J.J. Johnson right there.
This may be backing Oxford up. I believe it may be a holding penalty.
And that is not what you need. You just picked up the first down right there. Now it's going to be 3rd and long.
We're going to get the call here from the Whitecap. He's going to tell us here in just a second. I believe this is going to be against Oxford, and they're not going to back him up.
It looks like they're backing him up right now.
So here we go. Here's the call on the field.
Trying to figure out where he's walking to.
Yeah, we're waiting. We're waiting here.
He's finna walk to the Taco Bell.
There we go. It is indeed holding on Oxford. I'm not a betting man, but we're going to get a replay of this holding penalty right here as we're going to see where the holding penalty was at. And there it is right there on the left-hand side. Just a clear holding call. Good call there by the officiating. So 3rd down and long now for the Yellow Jackets. Mims, he's in the pocket. He's getting pressured very hard. It's going to be a flip out to Thomas. Thomas has got some open space, and he is going to be short of that 1st down marker.
I'll tell you, I mean, that's a very good defensive stop right there by Pell City. And I'll tell you what, these Pell City Panthers have came to play some football, and they are hitting, and they are hitting hard.
Number 29, L.J. Berry, was the man on the hit, and that was the big play there. That would have been the 1st down before the holding penalty. So that's big there for the Panthers, as now they're going to get the football back to their high-powered offense.
I'll tell you what, if they can cut out the false starts, this is going to be a very, very good drive for the Pell City Panthers.
Number 34, Hudson Gillum, will be your punter for the Panthers, or for the Yellow Jackets, I'm sorry, as they're going to look to see if they can get some push Pell City back in their own territory, as number 5, John David Probst's going to let that one bounce out of bounds, and they're going to set the ball up at about the 30-yard line.
Tell you what, that's still decent field position right there for the Panthers. And I'll tell you what, they want to come in and make a statement early.
And right now they have. Their defense has got to stop. Their offense has put points on the board, and right now it's looking good in their favor. The Yellow Jackets defense has got to step up and play like we know they can play, and that's good Oxford defense.
100%. And the thing about it is, the playmaker right here on defense for the Yellow Jackets is Keenan Britt, and I think they're double teaming him every time, to be honest with you. I think that's the right play.
So Nikita Getmanchuk is in the backfield. This is his first starting drive, as Gross started off the last one. Getmanchuk, he's going to hand it off to O'Neal, and O'Neal is going nowhere, as it looked to be number 3, Donovan Jones, on the tackle.
I'll tell you what, look at this Pell City offensive line.
They're making a very good case here, because they've looked really good so far tonight, and that's really the first time that the Yellow Jackets have penetrated that. And we're going to see if they can keep it up, because we know this Oxford defensive line is a good one.
I mean, this defensive line is just absolutely stacked all across.
So Getmanchuk, he's got O'Neal in the backfield. Gross is the one wide receiver to the far side. Getmanchuk, he's looking to throw it deep to Gross, and Gross is going down, and no penalty flag there. That is, I believe that's a good call.
I'll tell you what, that's really good pass block. I'll tell you what, Nikita just absolutely launched that ball.
Yes, and Gross tripped over his own feet, as coverage was there by Christian Gibson, and that's good coverage. And the ball, I believe, would have been out of bounds. I don't think he would have caught it, but there's still great coverage there by the Yellow Jackets. So it looks like Gross is going to the backfield, as Getmanchuk's going to stay in for the Panthers.
It's going to bring up 3rd and long too. If the Yellow Jackets can get a stop here, it'd be huge.
So Getmanchuk is going to motion Gross. Gross is going to go back to the other side. It's going to be a pass out, and it's going to be a little trickery there for the Panthers, and the Yellow Jackets was all over that play, as that did not go anywhere. It was looking in the direction and caught by number 82, Tyler Krzyzewski, and the Yellow Jackets was all over that play.
It was supposed to be a screen, but it was just a little miscommunication right there, I think, by the Panthers. I mean, he ran into his own lineman right there.
As it was trying to fool the Oxford defense into thinking they were going to Caleb Gross, but The Yellow Jackets was not fooled. Krasinski gets tackled, and the Oxford offense comes back out onto the field here in just a moment after a 3-and-out by the defense that they desperately needed.
100%. I'll tell you what, I'm not kicking to Kamari Hampton.
I wouldn't. But they're fixing to punt it away here as number looks to be, not really sure who the Pell City Panther punter is, and now we're fixing to get a good look as it's number 14, Dalton Fink will punt it away to Kamari Hampton. It's going to bounce, and it's going to take a very Pell City friendly roll all the way to about the 18-yard line.
Really very, very good punt right there by Pell City. And that's going to back Oxford up, but I'll tell you what, they're not going to be defeated absolutely at all because they're going to come out. They have a good, high-powered offense, and we're going to see it on this drive.
And you know their offense had a first down, brought back from a holding penalty, and that forced them to punt, really, because the next play, they were 3rd and a mile. So now we're going to see if their offense can get clicking and get some points on the board.
I'll tell you what, they're guarding Kamari Hampton pretty well, but I'll tell you what, just wait, because Nick Richardson will probably make a play. If you see, the thing about him is just pick your poison with this Oxford offense.
As we see here, Mason Mims is your quarterback. He's in the gun. It's going to be a handoff there. It looks to be to number 23 for the Yellow Jackets, DK Wilson.
I'll tell you what, that's a very, very good defensive stop by the Panthers right there.
As we're going to see it again, like DK Wilson slipped. He did indeed slip and fall. He had a hole. The Yellow Jackets had a hole made for him. He slipped and fell. It's really hard to get your feet planted on that turf there.
I'll tell you what, turf is very hard to play on.
As we got the Yellow Jacket out and about here at Lamar Field, as Mason Mims got Wilson in the backfield. It's going to be a pass out to Richardson. Richardson's going to make a man miss. He's going to go up, and that tackle was made by John David Probst.
I mean, just a very good open field tackle by Pell City right there. And I'll tell you what, so far, that's one of the main things that I've seen from this Pell City defense. Just really good open field tackling.
As Mims was pressured there, and he flips it out to Nick Richardson, and John David Probst makes a very good job there stopping Richardson in his tracks.
I mean, he really did. That was just a beautiful play right there.
As scratch that was number 6, Ethan Isbell. That is my mistake, as he made a very good job of tackling Nick Richardson there. So it's going to be 3rd down for the Yellow Jackets, 3rd down and about 7 yards to go. As Mims has got Wilson still in the backfield with him. Kamari Hampton is down here to our near side, and it is going to be a pass to Kamari Hampton, and it goes through Kamari Hampton's hands. L.J. Berry in coverage.
I'll tell you what, L.J. Berry's a very good defensive back right there, and that was a good pass by Mims right there, but it just sails through Kamari Hampton's hands. But I'll tell you what.
Look at it again, and yes, Kamari Hampton could have caught that pass.
And then, I mean, I'll tell you what, he's got some hops on him too. He got up there trying to catch that ball.
That's a very good matchup that we're going to see all night. L.J. Berry on Kamari Hampton. We know how good both of these players are, and that's a matchup that we're going to want to watch all night long.
And once again, Pell City gets a stop, and now Oxford's going to have to punt it right back to him.
So Pell City's defense gets a stop. 3 and out for the Yellow Jackets as Hudson Gillum's going to punt this away to number 5, John David Probst. As Gillum's punt, it's a high one. And Probst's going to let that ball bounce. And it bounces and bounces, and it's going to roll to about the 39-yard line. That's where Pell City will set up shop on offense.
Also, another thing I've noticed so far is this Pell City team, they're coming to block this punt. They're not running punt safe. They're coming to get that ball.
And they got close both times.
Both times, yeah. It's been maybe 2 inches off right there, and that's close, very close.
So now we are going to see the Pell City offense head back out on the field as Caleb Gross will be your quarterback with number 3, Landon Strong in the backfield with Gross. He's going to motion out Strong here. Gross, he's going to keep it himself. Good blocking there for the Panthers. And Gross has got a hole up the middle, and that's going to be about a 6-yard gain for the Panthers and Caleb Gross.
I'll tell you what, them bringing Gross back in at quarterback I think is the right decision. The first drive, you have Gross at quarterback. He brings you down to about the 20-yard line. I mean, false starts killed that drive. And then you put Nikita in, and he's just kind of slacked off a little bit.
And they were looking to open up the passing game a little bit with Getmanchuk in, but this Oxford secondary is all over the Pell City pass plays. So Gross, he's going to keep it himself. Very good run there by Caleb Gross. It's going to be well enough for the first down for the Panthers.
I think another thing about this Pell City offense so far, when you keep Gross in there, he has the threat to run the ball and pass the ball because Gross doesn't have a bad arm. I think Nikita probably has the better arm out of the two, but Gross has some absolute wheels on him.
And the Yellow Jackets really bit there on number 3, Landon Strong. That was a good pull there by Caleb Gross to keep it himself and call his own number. So here we go. Gross, he's in the backfield all by himself. 2 wide receivers to our far side. Gross, he's looking to throw it. He's going to fire a shot across the middle, and that was in the direction of Landon Strong, just a little bit out in front of him, and it better be lucky it was because number 4, Cedric Twyman, was ready to lay the boom there on Landon Strong.
He really was. I'll tell you what, Twyman was going to go in there and just absolutely level him.
So that was a very good decision there not to go after that pass for Strong.
And that's something you definitely don't want to do if as a quarterback is lead one of your wide receivers into a huge hit.
One of your key wide receivers and running back is Landon Strong. So Caleb Gross in the shotgun all by himself. He's going to keep it himself. He's got a pulling guard with him, and that's Watts. And it's going to be another good gain for Caleb Gross. That's going to push him closer to that first down marker.
And listen, Dawson, I know we keep talking about it, but I mean, just rewatch this offensive line.
As Watts sets the big block there, he's been the pulling guard the whole night for the Panthers, and he pulled and filled that gap perfectly to give Gross room to fill the gap and go right up the gut with it.
And every play so far, mostly every play, Gross has had a hole to kind of just maneuver through.
So 3rd down and short for the Panthers. Gross single back. Nobody in the backfield with Gross. Here we go. As it's going to be a keeper to Gross again. Gross is going to shoot up the middle there, and he's going to push well ahead of that first down marker, and it's going to be a first down for the Panthers.
I'll tell you what, so far, this quarterback draw just really, and this read options just really worked every single play. I don't know why you would quit running it, in my opinion.
They ran it every time, and that time the Oxford Yellow Jacket defensive front was able to get a man back there, just whiffed on Gross, and Gross goes right through him, get enough for the first down. So here's Nikita Getmanchuk. He's back in the ball game with Gross in the backfield. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They're going to motion out Gross. They're going to motion him to our near side. And he's going to motion back to our far side. And Gross is going to catch it.
Oh.
And he's going to throw it up in the air. There's nobody there. And the Yellow Jackets bit. There was a man open down the field. That the Yellow Jackets played that play very well, because if he was able to get that pass off, that was going to be a touchdown for the Pale City Panthers.
If he gets that pass off, you're looking at 9-0 right there.
As you see, John David Probst acts like he's fixing to block, and Gross is trying to get it to him, and there was nobody within 20 yards of Probst.
I'll tell you what, I like that play call. I like the play call. You got 2 quarterbacks
Well,
in
you
the
got to
game.
pull everything out if you're Pale City. This is the game. This is the game. You got to pull everything out of the playbook.
This will be a huge win.
So now we're going to see Getmanchuk in the backfield. Getmanchuk, he's going to hand it off to O'Neal. O'Neal's going to go up, and he's going to make it right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's where he's going to be stopped. O'Neal is yet to get going for the Panthers.
I'll tell you what, I mean, so far, this running back defense, I guess you know what I'm saying here, by the Yellow Jackets has been just amazing. They've just really not been able to stop Gross so far.
As there it is right there. There's 2 or 3 Yellow Jackets all over O'Neal so far, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter, we got a close ball game. The Pale City Panthers lead the Oxford Yellow Jackets 3-0 as we're going to head back into the second quarter. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more of your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank.
I want to introduce to you Oxford Lumber's 2023 All-American team.
Michael B., Power Tools.
Shaw, Outdoor Power Equipment.
Danny Jones, Store Manager.
Rich, Grills and Receiving.
My name is Derek Linkle, your steel technician here at Oxford Lumber.
David, Paint Department.
Greg Couch, Paint Department.
Come see our All-Americans at Oxford Lumber and let us get you what you need for your next building project.
Here at Crawford Office Supply, we have everything you've been looking for. From desks and chairs all the way down to janitorial, break room, and school supplies, we have it all. We even do printing, and we offer free delivery for businesses in Calhoun County. And great news, we're running a brand new deal on scratch and dent furniture. We're a local, family-owned business, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 4:30 and Friday from 8 to 3. So please, come and see us here at Crawford Office Supply so we can make all your office dreams come true.
Hello, my name is John Perrani, co-founder of Man Up Gadsden. It's that time of year again for Casting for Cancer. As you know, it's become one of the largest charity bass tournaments in the state of Alabama. But this year is going to be unique. We're offering free prostate cancer screening with a simple blood test for all men over age 40. So if you can't be there on Saturday, September 2nd at Coosa Landing as an angler, we'd love to have you as a spectator.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. At the end of the first quarter, the Pell City Panthers hold a 3-0 lead over the Oxford Yellow Jackets here at Lamar Field in beautiful Oxford, Alabama. So here we go. The Pell City Panthers are still on the offensive side of the ball here on the 3rd down and long, as the Yellow Jackets are looking to get off the field here, give the ball back to their offense, see if they can get rolling.
100%. And so far, they've just really not been able to. And when the one time they did get it rolling, the holding penalties kind of brought them back.
So Getmanchuk is in the backfield in the gun. Getmanchuk, he's looking to throw it. He's going to keep it himself. There's going to be a penalty flag down. That's going to be holding on Pell City. That's going to back them up.
I'll tell you what, it wasn't called, but I think it was a false start on Pell City as well. Looked like the left guard flinched pretty bad there.
It is indeed going to be a holding, and I know exactly where that holding was. Looked like on the right-hand side of the offensive line for the Panthers. Had a man all the way to the ground. So that's going to back them up, and false starts for the false starts and penalties for Pell City, and that was him, number 72 right there. And the officials seen it as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. But the thing about it is, though, of course you don't want to lose that many yards to get the penalty, but I mean, you were stopped on 3rd down. This kind of gives you another shot.
So Getmanchuk is going to be in the gun. He's going to have O'Neal in the backfield. And I believe this ball might be thrown in the direction of Caleb Gross, their best playmaker. And it's just going to be a give to O'Neal. This is just going to set up the punt for Pell City. And it's going to be 4th down and long. And the Yellow Jackets get another stop.
So far, both these defenses have been really good. I'll tell you what, Keenan Britt's all over the football, which I expected. I mean, come on, man. He's just an absolute monster. I mean,
as you've seen there, what a play there by number 3, Donovan Jones. Just throws one of the big Pell City linemen to the ground and helps make that tackle with Keenan Britt.
I mean, he just launched. He just launched number 77, Michael Snow, into the turf.
So here we go. We're going to see the Pell City Panthers special teams here. They're looking to pin the Yellow Jackets back deep to make this offensive drive a little bit harder for the Yellow Jackets. And the punt is away. Looks like a good punt there for Pell City. It's going to take a Pell City bounce, and it's going to roll and roll and roll all the way to about the 12-yard line. So good punt for Pell City, and the Yellow Jackets are going to have to go all the way down the field to try to get a touchdown here, and it's not going to be easy against this Pell City defense, who has looked very good so far to start this game.
Not at all. I'll tell you what, that's 2 really good back-to-back punts right there by the Pell City Panthers.
So now we're going to see this Yellow Jacket offense, who just haven't been able to get their feet underneath them yet. And we'll see right here, as we know how high-powered this offense is. And right now they've got Mims in the shotgun, along with number 5, Jaden Thomas. Mims, he's going to motion out Thomas. Mims bobbles the ball a little bit, and it's going to be a pass to Kamari Hampton. It's going to go right through his hands.
I'll tell you what, Kamari Hampton definitely not happy about that drop. You've seen him right there just getting absolutely frustrated right there. I'll tell you what, Mims about fumbled that.
And I think Hampton wanted that ball more so up a little bit to be able to, take off running with it instead of having to bend down to catch the ball a little bit. So we're going to see if they can get that connection rolling, as we know how good that connection is, as Mason Mims is in the gun. Jaden Thomas in the backfield. Mims, he's looking to throw it. He's going to roll out. He's looking for a man down the field. It's going to be a little dump off to Jaden Thomas, And that play's going to go nowhere. It's going to be maybe a 1-yard gain for the Oxford Yellow Jackets.
Let me tell you what, that's just very, very good defense right there.
And it looked like Jaden Thomas is down after the play.
That's definitely not what you want to see as a Yellow Jacket fan. But I'll tell you what, I got to give credit where credit is due.
Ooh, and yes, it is. It is Jaden Thomas. You see both his legs
That's a rough
went
one.
out from underneath him.
That's a rough one.
And that's a tough play. That is a tough play there for the Yellow Jackets. Jaden Thomas is one of their key starters for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that is definitely not what you want to see. I mean, you never want to see a kid go down like that.
It looked like one leg went one way, the other leg went the other.
It definitely did not look good at all.
No, it did not.
We just got to hope for the best for him.
Yes, prayers up for Jaden Thomas, and he is walking off the field, so that is great to see. If you're a Yellow Jacket fan and just a fan of football, because Jaden Thomas is running off the field, that is good to see.
And he possibly might be back in this game, but I'll tell you what, I thought that's a lot better than I thought it was because that looked very bad.
That looked rough from our end. Probably looked worse on the field. So now we're probably going to see a lot more of DK Wilson for the Yellow Jackets, as he is also one of their very talented tailbacks. It's going to be 3rd down and long for the Yellow Jackets. Need a first down here if you're Oxford. You do not want another 3 and out.
Absolutely not. You have to have this first down here.
Mims motions Hampton. He's looking to throw it. He's going to flare it out to Hampton. Hampton's going to make a man miss. He's going to make another man miss. And a good tackle there by number 1, Marquise Bedford.
I'll tell you what, Hampton didn't think he was down right there.
As we're going to get a replay of it here, as it was just a little screen pass there to Hampton, and Bedford, he was definitely down.
He definitely was down.
He was definitely down, and Marquise
jumped.
Bedford was all over that play. Yes, he was 100% down. His elbows were down.
Yeah, I really don't get why he thought he was up right there. But
so 4th down coming up for the Yellow Jackets, as they're going to punt it off to John David Probst.
I'll tell you what, and it looks like there's some miscommunication on this punt right here by the Yellow Jackets. You can see the players just absolutely frustrated.
And the Panthers are looking to come after this punt. Good blocking there for the Yellow Jackets. Probst is going to be able to return it. Probst is going to bounce it outside, and he is gobbled up there. It looked like Kamari Hampton was not happy about that offensive drive, and he just took it out on John David Probst.
I'll tell you what, and that ball wasn't the best punt right there by the Yellow Jackets, but I'll tell you what, he was wanting to return that, but Kamari Adams said absolutely not.
As that's been one of the first special teams plays that's been returnable for both sides, and Kamari Hampton shut that down before the door even opened.
He really did, but the thing about it is, look at the field position now for the Panthers.
The punt was not very good, but very good special teams coverage by the Yellow Jackets. So Caleb Gross is going to be under center in the I formation. O'Neal is going to be in the backfield for the Panthers. It's going to be a gift to O'Neal. O'Neal has not went anywhere, and Keenan Britt is all over that play.
I want to see a replay of that because Keenan Britt, like he could have got the handoff.
You're going to get your wish, because it looked like Keenan Britt was fixing to take on his inner Jadavian Clowney there. He was all over that run play before it even got started.
He almost took the handoff right there. He was back there so fast.
Keenan Britt is a sensational talent for the Yellow Jackets, one of the leaders of this defense as well. So 2nd down and about 11 yards to go for the Panthers. Getman-Shuck checks back in as Gross bounces out to receiver. DeJon O'Neal still in the backfield. He's struggled so far tonight. Getman-Shuck, he's looking to throw it. He's going to be sacked. There's going to be a penalty flag on the play.
I think it's going to be holding once again. And guess who was on that sack right there? Number 10, Keenan Britt. I mean, come on, man. He's been everywhere. And I don't know which school is going to get him because he's uncommitted, but they're going to get an absolute stud.
Well, I'll tell you what, Getman-Shuck has looked uncomfortable in the pocket for the Panthers all night. And I'm not even going to say it's on his offensive line. He just looks uncomfortable.
He really does. I mean, he just kind of looks like they're going to pick up the flag. Oh, never mind.
So it would look like he was going to be holding on Pell City.
But they might decline it.
We're going to see here in just a moment.
Because it looks like
they're controversing with Sam Adams about this penalty.
Because it looked like the referee went going to decline it.
So a false start on Pell City and a holding on Pell City. So they're going to accept the holding penalty decline the false start, which is a smart call.
Yeah, very smart. That's 5-15 right there.
As we're going to get a replay of O'Neal, his handoff. Like I said, he has struggled tonight. Gevinchuk looked like he was fixing to load up, and there was a very big hold there by 75-72 of the Panthers' offensive line.
I'll tell you what, Oxford might have called a break right there because that looked like a little bit of a face mask.
So now Gevinchuk going to be in the backfield. He's looked uncomfortable so far in the pocket tonight. Going to see if he can figure out something here on 2nd down and long. Going to motion over Gross. Gevinchuk going to give it off to Dejon O'Neal. Dejon O'Neal's going to be met by Keenan Britt, and he's going nowhere.
I mean, he cannot get anything going. He really can't. Keenan Britt's on him every single play, and Keenan Britt is hyped up, and why wouldn't he be? I mean, look at this play right here by Keenan Britt.
Many offers has went Keenan Britt's way so far, and he's proven tonight why he is one of the top recruits here in the state of Alabama.
I mean, he looks like his brother out there. He really does.
So Gevinchuk got Dejon O'Neal in the backfield. Gross to our near side. John David Probst beside him, and O'Neal is still going. That's his best run of the night for about 5 yards. It's going to set up 4th down and about 20 yards to go.
Yeah.
It's rare when you see a 5-yard gain, and now it's going to be 4th down and about 20.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, that's the best run so far of the night by O'Neal right there. And I'm just very interested to see when Pell City's going to get number 7, Zach Duncan, going.
Dejon O'Neal is a bruiser for the Pell City Panthers. He's not the fastest guy, but he can break tackles and run up the middle. He just hasn't got going yet. I'm not saying he won't, but it's been a struggle for him so far. Dalton Feek's going to punt it away. Punt. Good punt there for Fink. And it's going to bounce off Kamari Hampton's hands. It's still rolling on the ground, and the Panthers are going to jump on it. The Pell City Panthers take advantage of the Oxford mistake, and the sidelines are going crazy.
I mean, why wouldn't you be? You're going to get the ball right here on about the, I think you're going to get about the 20.
There wasn't a single Oxford Yellow Jacket back there but Kamari Hampton, and about 5 Pell City Panthers are there. And Rush Probst is fired up on the sidelines after that play, and I would be too, the way your offense has been struggling since the first drive.
I'll tell you what, that punt just went into the absolute stratosphere right there, dude.
It did. And it was a very good punt there by Fink. Wasn't a long one, but it was a high one. And that caused Kamari Hampton, you seen that ball kind of bounce off his shoulder pad up high. So now we're going to see if the Pell City offense can get going. And there's going to be a pass out to Marquise Bedford. A little option there for the Panthers. Bedford's going to make a man miss. He's going to go down to about the 3-yard line into the City of Chaos red zone.
Little triple option right there. I like it. And I think is that a flag?
That's going to be a flag on the play on Oxford on unsportsmanlike conduct.
And I tell you what, I said before this game started, I said Marquise Bedford is a guy to watch on offense. He's been on offense for 2 plays and made 2 huge plays for this Panthers team.
What a stiff arm there for Bedford. Makes a man miss there, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And here it is in just a few seconds.
The
penalty flag, I think it is. Bedford was clapping like it was on Oxford. So we're going to get it here in just a few moments. And it is indeed, because they are writing some stuff down. We're going to see.
And that is not what you want if you're the Yellow Jackets.
And that's the first time we've seen that play. Me and you watched the highlights before this game of the Center Point game for Pell City, and that was one of their bread and butter plays. As you get Gross in the backfield, run a little triple option with him and Bedford, get Bedford out in space, and he's fast.
I mean, and also he's very, very hard to take down. You've seen him. He stiff-armed a man, juked a guy out. I mean, he breaks one more tackle right there, and you're looking at 9-0.
Which that's going to push.
I might put him down about.
That's going to push the Pell City Panthers up to about the 1-yard line, maybe the half-yard line.
And I mean, I don't see why you don't give it back to Bedford right here, or you give it to your bruiser O'Neal.
As the officiating is having the trouble figuring out what we're going to do here,
and everybody's writing something
and Coach
down.
Adams is not very happy. From what we can tell, look, and so a little push at the end of the play is going to push Oxford into an unsportsmanlike conduct.
I'm a little confused on what's happening right now. Not going to lie to you.
We're going to look at it one more time. And we're going to look at this run by Marquise Bedford, as Marquise Bedford there's the run here. That's a good juke move by Bedford. All right, gets pushed out of bounds here. We're going to look at it again. As Bedford, there it is right there. Keenan Britt bumps in a little push. That might be a little bit of
I don't know about that.
That call. There's a reason I'm in the booth. There's a reason I'm in the booth, but I do not like that call.
Oh, it's on both.
So it's on. Okay, there we go. So Marquise Bedford gets one as well, and I believe his might be for the celebration at the end of the run. You see a little blow and kiss there. So offsetting penalties. So nobody's hurt. So now the Pell City Panthers have got the ball at about, looks to be about the 3-yard line or the 5-yard line. And they have brought back in Getmanchuk. DeJon O'Neal in the backfield. I believe this is probably going to go to O'Neal. And it is indeed going to go to DeJon O'Neal. DeJon O'Neal's in the end zone. Touchdown Panthers. The Pell City Panthers 9-0 over the Yellow Jackets here late in the second quarter for a Team 1 Chevrolet touchdown. DeJon O'Neal needed that because he has struggled all night long to get going. He's rewarded with a touchdown.
He really is. I'll tell you what, he must have heard us talk about him not being able to get going because that was a beautiful run right there. Found his hole and just plowed his way into the end zone for 6.
So here we go. The PAT coming here for Jake Blackstone of the Pell City Panthers. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So 6 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in the second quarter. The Pell City Panthers 10, the Yellow Jackets 0. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more of your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank.
When the ASAP Prevenger is near, drugs run in fear.
Welcome back to your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. The Pell City Panthers, big play by Marquise Bedford, pushes him down into the red zone and gets a touchdown. And the Panthers are up 10-0 over the Oxford Yellow Jackets at Lamar Field here late in the second quarter.
I'll tell you what, that drive was all set up by the muff punt.
The muffed punt by Kamari Hampton gave the Pell City Panthers great field position and gave them the ball back to put Oxford's defense back on the field after a long drive. Going to be a legal kick out of bounds for the Panthers, so that's going to back them up. That's going to push Oxford forward, back the Panthers up, because it would have been a good kick.
I tell you what, that's big right there for the Yellow Jackets. That gives them pretty decent field position, and they need to drive and score on this play, on this drive.
They're going to make the Panthers re-kick this again to try to give number 23, DK Wilson, a chance to return this. As you know, he's a very versatile return man for the Yellow Jackets.
He really is, and I'll tell you what, though, very interesting call right there by the Yellow Jackets, because, I mean, you're getting the ball at the 35-yard line.
It's Kamari Hampton, I believe, is back deep with DK Wilson as well. Number 19, Jake Blackstone, will kick this off, look to keep this one in bounds. There's been a lot of kick out of bounds for the Pell City side as they're looking to clean that up here
And really, they've not been bad kicks. They've been long kicks. They've just been rolling out of bounds a little bit to the left every time.
Here's Blackstone. This is a good kick, as this is going to push, and that's going to roll out of bounds too. So that's going to give Oxford good field position again. I'm wondering if Sam Adams is going to make them re-kick this.
Surely not. I mean, he might. You never know. He might make them kick it to him.
That was a good kick there by Blackstone, and an illegal kick out of bounds on Pell City. As they're going to make him kick it again. They're going to make Blackstone kick it again.
And I tell you what, Blackstone has a leg on him. He just needs to keep it in bounds.
And that one was about as close to staying in bounds as you can get. It just rolled out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
Yes, definitely. I'll tell you what, though, he can kick the ball.
Before long, if this keeps up, the Pell City Panthers will be kicking with a foot in the end zone if they keep backing up any further. So Blackstone looking to kick it off. Hampton and Wilson back deep. For the second time, or for the third time, here we go. As Blackstone's kick this time should stay in bounds, and it does. DK Wilson catches it, and DK Wilson is going to get wrapped up. And Blackstone's, I guess he just needed a few practice kicks because that was a good kick and that was good special teams coverage by the Panthers.
I tell you what, I mean, you're going to get the ball now at like the 24-yard line when you would have got it. If you would have accepted those penalties, you're getting it at like, I think, the 35.
So now this Oxford offense has got to look to get rolling. They have got to get moving.
They 100% have to get moving. I mean, they have to at least have a good drive here, at least move the ball and prove they can move it.
I know this Oxford offense is so versatile, so many playmakers. They've just got to get their feet underneath them and get moving. Mims, he's going to hand it off to DK Wilson. DK Wilson's going to have a short gain on first down of about 3 to 4 yards.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, so far, though, I don't think Oxford has got a first down so far in this football game.
The one they did get was brought back for holding.
And, I mean, that's not
good
how you win.
Good tackle there on the play by Jordan Perry for the Pell City Panthers. DK Wilson stays in the backfield with Mims. Mims, he's going to give it off to DK Wilson. DK Wilson with a good gain here, and that's going to be enough for the first down of the game for the Yellow Jackets. You ask, you shall receive, Jackson. There it is.
I'll tell you what, but I mean, think about it is, that's not really how you win football games right there. I mean, you get one first down, and there's 6 minutes left in the second quarter before halftime. But I'll tell you what, this is still a very, very close game. And the thing about it is, though, Oxford has been in this situation.
They have.
We've seen in the Huntsville game we called.
Here's Mims. It's going to be another give to Wilson. Wilson's got some space. DK Wilson almost broke that loose. Very good tackle on the play by number 6, Ethan Isabel. And now the Yellow Jackets seem to be moving in the run game.
I'll tell you what, I mean, there was just a huge
and the
hole
blocking
right
was
there.
pristine.
Yeah.
We've been talking about the Pell City offensive line. This Oxford offensive line opened up a big enough hole to put a bus in.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you could have probably put 2 buses in there.
So here's Mims. Fans are getting into the game here tonight. Packed house at Lamar Field. And that play was gobbled up there. The Pell City Panthers defense make a good play there on first down.
That was just a really good defensive play right there by the Panthers. And tell you what, though, he's getting in space and he's making plays.
And there was another hole there by this Yellow Jacket front. They have been able to kind of have their way with the Pell City Panthers defensive line this drive so far.
They really have. Is Jaden Thomas back in the game?
I believe that's him in the backfield. We're going to see here in just a moment because they've ran the ball on every play so far. We're under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Jaden Thomas is the back. He takes the handoff, and he's going to get a good gain on second down, bring up third down and short.
It's good to see him back out there because when he went down, it didn't look good, but he looks fine, and that was a very good run right there by him. And he looked
Look
like
at the blocking. Look at the blocking from this Oxford offensive line. That's pristine. That's how you do it.
That's 100%. It's 100% right, and that was a very good run right there by Jaden Thomas.
Mims. Thomas in the backfield. Going to give it to Jaden Thomas again. Jaden Thomas has got some
Goodbye.
space. And Jaden Thomas is going to be going down the sidelines. He's going to be, nobody's going to touch him. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. I've seen some laundry fly on the field.
Oh, come on.
For a Team 1 Chevrolet touchdown at the moment.
That is not what you want to see because that was a amazing run right there by Jaden Thomas. And this might be coming back.
Jaden Thomas has a touchdown at the moment.
Looks like this is coming back.
Good run there by Jaden Thomas to break that tackle there at the end. And there is a penalty flag on the play.
Oh, that's just unfortunate right there by the Yellow Jackets.
We're going to see what the call is from the Whitecap.
Tell you what, he likes walking.
And it's going to be holding on Oxford.
That is not what you need right there. I mean, your offense finally has some spark. You just get a long touchdown run right there by Jaden Thomas, his second play back in the game since he went down. And he just ran. I mean, just ran basically. It's like Forrest Gump. He just ran. And then he just called it back on that holding call, and that's huge right there.
3rd down and long now for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Mims, he's going to give it back off to DK Wilson. He's going to be brought down there by number 15, Jordan Woods. There's some more laundry on the field.
I'll tell you what, Whitecap's arms are going to have to be iced.
Lamar Field, the laundromat so far tonight, as there's been a lot of penalty flags hitting the field.
It's going to be on Oxford.
And Coach Adams is not happy.
Is it going to be holding again?
It's going to be 4th down, and Pell City, I believe, is going to decline this.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. I mean, you're going to make them punt to you.
Yes, I do think they're going to decline this penalty. It's going to be 4th down and long. It is. Holding on Oxford. That's 2 holding penalties that have really hurt Oxford. That one not as much as the last one.
Because I mean that one, it was not going to be a first down anyway. But still, that would have been that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, and now they're going to send the punt unit out for the Panthers. Punt unit out for the Yellow Jackets.
And you just know Sam Adams right now is just absolutely frustrated with this team.
He's boiling. He is mad.
And I'll tell you what, the punter is not very happy either.
As Hudson Gillum looked very frustrated there, the Yellow Jackets punter. The Panthers bring some heat, and this ball is going to be fair catched by John David Probst, and that's going to be at about the 20-yard line. Good punt there by Gillum, and that's where the Pell City Panthers will set up shop. And Jackson, I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction here. I don't see the Panthers throwing the football this drive. I don't.
I mean, I don't see why you would, to be honest with you. I think you get Gross back out there. You let him kind of run his offense, his package offense. You know what I'm saying? Usually when he's in the game, most of the time you're running the football. There's 3 minutes left in the half. No need to take a risk here and try to go into halftime with the lead.
So Caleb Gross in the backfield. I believe it's going to be a quarterback run. It is indeed. I'm not a betting man, but I'd win a lot at Vegas.
Lord.
And they're going to call it back for a penalty.
I'll tell you what, I need to know the over-under on penalties here. Holy moly, man. It's just
I've noticed a lot. There's a holding penalty on Pell City there. That is 3 within the last 5 plays we've seen from both sides. And I've noticed when Pell City lines up in that formation, Russ Probst is not happy on the sidelines.
He is not happy at all. And that's going to back him up to like the 10.
Replay 1st down.
So what I've noticed, though, with Pell City, when they line up in that empty backfield with Gross, it's more than likely going to be a handoff to Gross. Or not a handoff to Gross. He's going to keep it himself, I should say.
But I'll tell you what, though. You cannot bite on that every time, because think about it, if you bite on that every time, eventually, Russ Probst is a very good coach. He'll pick up on you biting it and just kind of let him throw a little pass over the middle.
So here's Gross, empty backfield. Gross is going to keep it himself again. And Caleb Gross is going to be met there early in the play. He's going to push forward for maybe about 2 to 3 yards.
Yeah, and there's a Yellow Jacket down, and I'll tell you what, I think he fell. One of them offensive linemen fell right on his leg.
Looked to be like it was number 33 for the Yellow Jackets. And that is James Tapley, I think. But it looked like he's okay.
Oh, he's fine,
he's back up. Yeah, he is okay. One of the linebackers for the Yellow Jackets. That's Gross. He's in the gun. And this is going to be a straight handoff. It looks like it's going to be Landon Strong. We haven't seen much of him since we've seen O'Neal.
And also, another thing I'm really questioning on Pell City so far is we've not really seen Bedford in there except 2 plays. And
one of them was pretty much a touchdown. We're going to say he got down to about the 1 yard line and O'Neal punched it in. But we have not seen Marquise Bedford much at all. And that's really shocking to me because he has really been the spark for the offense. Besides Gross, he's been the spark.
And when he's in the game, it just looks like this Pell City offense just runs better.
So John O'Neal is in the backfield with Caleb Gross. as it's 3rd down and very long, as it's going to be a give to O'Neal. O'Neal's going to lower his shoulder. He's going to make a man miss, and a good run there by Deshaun O'Neal, but it's going to be 4th down and about 7 yards to go.
Still, though, that's still really good because he got the ball out of kind of a little bit farther from the end zone, because if not, they'd have probably had to punt in their own end zone.
So the Yellow Jackets get a key stop there with about 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go, and that's plenty of time for Mason Mims to work a drive and get in the end zone for half.
Especially, and first of all, you got to secure this punt as well.
So the Yellow Jackets will receive after the half, so they would really like to get a score here. That's ideal, obviously.
Even a field goal here would be good.
So the Pale City Panthers are going to talk about this here on the sidelines a little bit before this punt, with about 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go here before the half.
I'll tell you what, if you're a Pale City fan right now, I know you are just absolutely happy with this first half of play.
We'll say this, the Yellow Jackets are desperate for points. Desperate for points. They have got to get on the scoreboard before the half.
It's not even about, I mean, it's about points, but really all you're trying to do is keep penalties away.
You're correct. They've been undisciplined so far tonight. They've been undisciplined.
And Pale City, most of the time, they've had a lot of penalties as well, but I just think Pale City tonight's the more disciplined team. Like, even on, you can tell by the way they play. Like on that little option that Oxford did a couple drives ago, you've seen the man stayed on his man.
And I tell you this, Rush Probst has got to be ecstatic. He's got to be happy with what he's seen from his offense and his defense, besides the penalties, but that's both sides. So there's going to be a punt here for the Panthers, and this is going to be dropped, and it looks like Nick Richardson was the man back there to receive that punt, and he secures it. So now 2 minutes and 7 seconds. For Coach Adams, who are you looking at? What are you trying to do here before the half?
I mean,
obviously score, but what do you do to get down there?
I think what you do is, I think you give the first handoff, like you give to Jaden Thomas. Because, I mean, he's not been in the game very much. He's not really had that many carries. But the carries that he's had, he's made use of them.
I tell you what, there's one more thing he wants to do, and that's limit the penalties. We are going to have to beat on that, because that's been a key to this first half. And speak of the devil, there is another one.
And it's going to be a false start, I think, at least.
And false start on the Yellow Jackets.
Man.
That, if I could count, I believe that's probably going to be about 10 penalties in the first half of this game combined of both teams.
I mean, if you're trying to win a football game, you cannot have that many penalties.
Well, that goes for both sides.
I mean, true, but I think Oxford might have I think Oxford has more than Pale City does.
They do. So here we go. Mims. DK Wilson motions out of the backfield. Mims, he's going to throw a quick strike across the middle. There's Kamari Hampton. Kamari Hampton's going to make up that penalty yard and give him about a 3-yard gain technically.
I'll tell you what though, Kamari Hampton, he's a very good player. I mean, he knows how to get in space. You know where the ball is. And if one guy on this Oxford offense you want to get the ball to, is Kamari Hampton.
So 2nd down, Kamari Hampton gets the penalty yards back for the Yellow Jackets. Mims, he's looking to throw it. He's going to flip it out to Wilson. Wilson's got some space outside, and Wilson is going to be wrapped up there by a slew of Panthers. Looked like Ethan Isbell was the first man to meet him.
Ethan Isbell has really probably been their best defensive player here tonight for the Panthers. He's been all over the football, making tackles, just tracking down people whenever he can. Just a very good defensive player right there.
Scratch that. Number 26, DJ Verds, was the first man to meet him. Isbell cleans it up. So, good play call there for the Yellow Jackets to get Wilson out in space, give him a first down. They're going to motion Wilson. Mims, he's looking to throw it. He's going to set back, and he's going to be going down. There's a sack there for the Pale City Panthers. Number 15, Jordan Woods.
I tell you what, Jordan Woods just
look at this. Look at this.
Oh, man.
Splits the gap, goes through, big hit on Mims, and that's not what you want.
No.
That's not what you want.
Not at all. And now, I mean, I think that knocked them past midfield, I think.
So a very big loss there.
Is there a penalty? No way there's a penalty.
And there is a penalty on the play.
Oh, my goodness.
There's a penalty on Pale City.
Is it going to be?
And we're going to get the call. Well, we've already got the call. It's on Pale City. And that's going to be I believe that was a 15-yard penalty.
On the defense.
Defensive holding on Pell City. So that's going to give Oxford a first down. That is the break they needed.
Yeah,
that's the
for
break
sure.
they needed. Right there. That's the break.
Because Mims just got thrown down to the ground on that play.
Jordan Woods really split the offensive line very well of the Yellow Jackets. Mims is going to give it off to Wilson. Wilson, he's going to be gobbled up. Helmet flies off like a helmet of a Panther. And Wilson really went nowhere. And I believe that was Jordan Woods' helmet that flew off.
I'll tell you what, he must have heard me talking about Pell City defense, and so far I got to change my pick for defensive player so far this first half because he's all over the football too, especially that sack even though it came back.
So 59 seconds to go here before the half. I believe the Yellow Jackets take a timeout. Got 3 of them. You can't take them with you, so you need to use them now to try to get in the end zone.
Yeah, I always kind of don't understand. I mean, if you have 3 timeouts, you get 3 timeouts every half. I don't understand why more teams don't use them. Because, I mean, sometimes your team just needs a break.
Absolutely. And this is big for Coach Adams because he's got enough time to draw something up, to get in some space, get out of bounds so you don't have to use their timeouts. And now we're going to see if they can really move down the field to try to get within scoring range. They really haven't got there so far tonight.
I'll tell you what, in the Pell City huddle, number 90, Jaden Elston, is a monster.
Have not seen him yet on the field, but I tell you what, if they do, it's going to be a scary sight.
Yeah, that's a big guy right there.
So here we go, 59 seconds to go for the Yellow Jackets. Second down, and about 8 yards to go. Mims, he's looking to throw it. He's got a man open across the middle. It's a good passing catch there from Mims to number 19, Nick Hampton.
Really good throw and catch right there. And I'll tell you what, he better be careful though because, I mean, that was a good throw and catch, but what you don't need is unsportsmanlike conduct.
No, not the way the laundry's flying tonight. You do not. And Nick Hampton, a very talented player for the Yellow Jackets. Haven't seen much of him so far tonight. This is going to be a handoff, Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas is going to get a very good gain, and the clock is still rolling, and Sam Adams, I believe, is going to call a timeout in the City of Chaos red zone.
Is that his final one, or he got one more? I think that's his final. Oh, he's got one more?
He's got one more. So they're within striking distance to strike a pass across the middle, maybe break off a run. And you know Mims' arms is very talented, so he can put it wherever he wants. Question is, who does he throw it to? Richardson, Hampton? I think Hampton if I'm a betting man.
I'm throwing a 50-50 ball up for Kamari Hampton right here in the back of the end zone.
So the Panthers, on the other hand, have got to figure out a way to hold this 10-0 lead going into halftime. Because if they don't, the Yellow Jackets get the ball to start the second half.
And, I mean, right now, for the Yellow Jackets, you need points, whether that be a field goal or a touchdown. But right now, the Yellow Jackets got to be thinking 6.
Have to be.
Because, I mean, this first half has just not been a very good half of football by the Yellow Jackets. But so far, this drive right here, I mean, they've been bailed out on a couple times by Pell City penalties, but so far, it's been their best drive so far.
And the crucial penalty on Pell City really helped Oxford propel themselves into the red zone on this drive. Mims, he's looking to throw it. He's got Richardson across the middle, and Nick Richardson's in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets before the half.
And that is exactly what the Yellow Jackets need. I mean, Nick Richardson's a little slant route right there with a beautiful throw and catch. And that is exactly what you want to see if you're a Yellow Jacket fan.
Team 1 Chevrolet touchdown. Look at this. Nick Richardson right there.
Man.
There's the pass. Great ball from Mason Mims. Nick Richardson in the end zone. He's Mr. Reliable, man. He catches everything.
That was nasty. That was a nasty move right there by Nick Richardson.
Barrera on for the PAT to make the score 10-7, pending the PAT.
I think Nick Richardson is holding the ball too.
So Barrera, his kick, good hold, good placement, and the field goal, or the PAT is good. So 10-7, Pell City holds a slim lead over the Yellow Jackets. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more with your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank.
Come see the wonder that is the Festival of Lights, proudly sponsored by First Bank of Alabama. Chocolaco Park is filled with over 1 million lights and twinkling displays of all the Christmas favorites. You can park and enter Santa's Village, where there is an outdoor skating rink, inflatables for the kids, food trucks, and have your photo made with Santa. Get your tickets now at oxfordlights.com.
The Coosa Valley, on the banks of the Coosa River in Gadsden, Alabama. Fishing, boating, and paddling, and home to Team One Chevrolet. Team One Chevy has been serving generations for years. Even the grandkids are grown. Come by and see why so many people come back to Team One Chevy in Gadsden.
Home of the best people, the best service, period.
Hi, Jake, Regional Vice President of LSI Staffing. LSI Staffing is a privately owned and family-operated business that was established in 1986. We specialize in commercial, light industrial staffing, warehouse, manufacturing, production, and assembly. If you're a company in the area looking for a new staffing partner, we'd love to talk to you. If you're an employee looking for a great job that offers benefits day one and competitive pay, come see us. Once again, you can find us at www.lsistaffing.com.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. Pale City Panthers hold a very slim lead over the Oxford Yellow Jackets here right before the half. There's about 30 seconds to go here, and if I'm a betting man, I'm believing Coach Probst is going to kneel this ball out when he takes the Southern States Bank kickoff. I believe he's going to get it, kneel it out, headed into halftime in the lead.
And I mean, it's been a really good half of football for Pale City, except the penalties. I mean, they just got to be more disciplined on both sides of the offense and defense.
Pooch kick there for the Yellow Jackets, as it was received there by number 5, John David Probst. We are going to see the Pale City offense for a very slim moment. Like I said, I know Coach Probst believe he's just going to take this in the half. He's not going to risk a fumble or anything like that to push them out of this lead, because they'd like to take this a lead going into halftime.
100%. I mean, if it's not a kneel, they'll probably just give a little handoff.
So here we go. Getman Shuck is in the game. As I could be wrong here.
I figured they might hand it off one time.
Getman Shuck, he's looking to throw it. As he's going to fire it to the outside. Well, he gets out of bounds.
That's going to
Good
stop
pass there by Getman Shuck, as he gets it out there by number 3, Landon Strong, out of bounds. So that's going to stop the clock.
How about a shotgun pass? I mean,
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that from Pale City. I thought they were going to take this in, and there's going to be a penalty.
You gotta be kidding me. I wish I could get a statistic on how many yards of penalties we've seen in the first half.
First and 15.
That's going to back Pale City up. First down and 15.
I mean, surely you got to nail this out here. Surely.
As Pale City is bringing in.
I don't know.
I don't know what they're
going
planning
shotgun
here. O'Neal is in the backfield with Getman Shuck.
They might just hand it off here at O'Neal.
Getman Shuck.
Yeah.
He's going to give it to O'Neal. O'Neal's going to try to bounce it. O'Neal's got a little bit of space. A good run by DeJohn O'Neal. 15 seconds to go.
That's going to take us probably
working our way down. In 10 seconds, I believe there was a timeout called. Pale City called a timeout.
All right. Tell you what, Rush Probst is coming, and he's aggressive.
He's waiting. He's trying to. I don't really know what he's trying. I don't have an idea, because they're not over the 50-yard line, so it's going to take a bomb to get him down there. And Getman Shuck's got the arm to do it. Injured Oxford Yellow Jacket on the field. As number 43, Jayez Fleming, coming off. Looks to be holding his rib cage area.
Oh, never mind. The clock's running.
So the clock's running. Probst may not run a play.
Yeah, he's not going to run.
No, he's not. He's going to send this into the half. So there's the half, as the Pale City Panthers lead 10-7 heading into the half. Jackson, this is what Coach Probst was looking for.
I mean, 100%. This is exactly what he was looking for. You go into halftime away on the road, and you make a huge statement in the first half and show that you're here to play some football.
So the Pell City Panthers have really looked well on both sides of the ball so far. You take away penalties, they may have a bigger lead than what they have.
I mean, also, and on the other side for Oxford, if you take away the drop punt, you're probably up 7-3 here.
Absolutely, and that's where the Panthers really got something going for them. So we've got Shasta. We've got Shasta on the.
Well, I mean, I feel okay. I mean, obviously leading at half, you'd rather lead than get beat at halftime. But it's a 4-quarter game. I'm sure they're going to come out with a lot of fire and all that kind of stuff. But I'm proud of the way our defense has played. And offensively, I think our Q runs were effective. We just got to be a little smarter. Both teams have been a little sloppy, and with penalties, been a lot of penalties, man. There's flags flying everywhere, both teams. So both teams got to settle down and let the best team win second half.
All right, we appreciate you taking time. Have a good one. We're going to throw it back to you guys really quick.
Guys, do not go anywhere. We've got a very special promo for you after this break, so make sure you stay here.
Located in Alexandria, Alabama, Ron's Barbecue is now back open 10 to 8 Wednesday through Sunday. A local family-owned and operated business, Ron's is providing slow-smoked ribs, barbecue chicken, and more. Known for the huge buffalo chicken tenders and the delicious smash burger, Ron's is perfect for the family night out or a lunchtime meeting. Come on out and try Calhoun County's newest local barbecue restaurant.
Come on down.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Okay, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
The weather is warming up and spring is just around the corner at Miller Sand and Landscape Supply. I'm Craig Miller, and we've got something for everyone. From bulk materials like sand, gravel, and mulch to beautiful outdoor decor to make your outdoor living space the envy of the neighborhood. See our beautiful selection of Mazzarelli fountains, flowers to brighten your garden, and an outdoor center loaded with beautiful decor. Whether you need a little or a lot, visit Miller Sand and Landscape Supply.
Hi, I'm Cameron Minton with Minton Home Center. Minton Home Center has been in business for over 40 years. We are a true turnkey dealership. We can help you meet your needs from financing with zero down, selecting the right home for your family, and help with your land purchase. We have a full development crew that will complete all of your land preparation. We will make your home purchase experience fun and easy.
Caring Hands, providing quality in-home care. We help our patients with light housekeeping, planning meals, bathing, grooming. We offer companionship, reminders of medication, transportation, and errands. Please call us. Let our family take care of yours. Call Caring Hands at 256-281-3100.
Second Chance, serving Calhoun, Cleburne, Etowah, and Talladega counties. Second Chance provides safe shelter and supportive services for domestic and dating violence victims and offers educational outreach to residents of the communities served, empowering victims in their recovery and the public towards intervention in these crimes. If you or someone you know is in an abusive relationship, please have them call and see if we can help. Thank you.
Welcome back in, guys, and we was going to bring you a little special promotion. Recently, a 9th grader at Oxford High School, Dean Thompson, 9th grade football player for the Oxford Yellow Jackets, was diagnosed with leukemia. and he's battling in Birmingham right now, getting cancer treatment. And a few of his classmates and teammates wanted to let him know that they were thinking of him.
Hey Dean, we're just praying for you. Just keep on fighting, dude. Love you.
Hey Dean, stay positive, bro. Keep your head up. I love you, bro.
Hey Dean, I miss you, man. Hope you get better soon, buddy.
Hey Dean, I love you, man. Just know we always here for you.
Hey Dean, I just want you to keep fighting. Everybody here for you. Hey Dean, we all love you, and we want condolences to you.
Your fight is our fight.
Hey Dean, we miss you, man. We love you, man.
Hey Dean, we're praying for you. Just keep fighting.
Hey, what's up, Dean, man? Keep going.
Hey Dean, I love you. Keep fighting. Keep fighting, Dean. We love you.
Keep fighting, Dean. Love you, Dean. Keep battling, buddy.
Your fight is our fight.
Hey Dean, keep fighting, bro. We really love you, bro.
Hey Dean, love you, man. Keep fighting.
We miss you. Can't wait till you come back.
Hey Dean, God bless you. I'm praying for you. Keep fighting.
Hey Dean, we wish you for a safe recovery. We love you, man.
Hope you get well soon, Dean. We love you, Dean. Get well.
Your fight is our fight.
Hey, we miss you, Dean. Can't wait to see you again in Coach Lawrence class.
Love you, Dean. Hope you get well.
Miss you, Dean. Love you, man.
Miss you, Dean. I love you, Dean.
Hey, we love you, Dean. Can't wait to see you back.
Love you, Dean. Keep fighting. Can't wait to see you back.
We miss you, Dean. We're praying for you.
Love you, Dean. I'm praying for you. Get better.
Your fight is our fight.
Keep pushing, Dean.
We miss you, bro. Get better.
We're praying for you, man. We love you.
Hey, Dean. Keep you in prayers. We're praying for you, Dean. We love you. Keep pushing, Dean. Stay strong. Your fight is our fight.
Hey, Dean. Keep pushing. Love you, bro.
Hey, Dean. We're praying for you. Stay strong.
Hey, Dean. Keep fighting. Stay strong.
Hey, Dean. Love you, too. Keep fighting.
Hey, Dean. Miss you, man. We're praying for you. We miss you, Dean. Keep fighting.
Hey, Dean. I know it's tough. Keep fighting. My mom had cancer a couple years ago, and I know how hard it is, not just for you, but for the people around you. So everything that we're saying for you also goes for your family, and just keep up the good fight, man. Can't wait to see you back.
Your fight is our fight.
We love you, Dean. Praying for continued good news and praying for you and your family.
Dean, we love you, buddy. Everybody here is praying for you. We're praying for you every day. Just keep fighting. If you need anything, we're here for you.
Hey, Dean, we miss you, man. Can't wait to see you again. Keep fighting, buddy.
Hey, Dean, praying for you. Can't wait for you to get back.
Hey, Dean, praying for you. Get well soon, buddy.
Hey, Dean, we love and miss you, man. Praying for you. Get back soon.
Hey, Dean, we love you. We miss you and praying for you.
What's up, Dean? Let you know we're praying for you. We love you.
Hey Dean, keep fighting, man. Praying for you.
Hey Dean, keep fighting. We're praying for you. We love you.
What's up, Dean? Be strong. Keep fighting. Praying for you.
Your fight is our fight.
Hey guys, I am out here at the Oxford High School Stadium with the student body, and they have something really special they want to say out here. So I'm going to step out of the picture and let them talk to you for a minute.
What a wonderful story going on at Lamar Field. And Dean, we want to let you know your fight is our fight too. And we really hope you get better and keep fighting for us.
Definitely will be praying for him.
So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have a little score update and some more halftime. We'll be back in just a moment.
Since 2002, Advantage Tire and Alignment has been the place to call when your car won't go. They specialize in new tires, used tires, and wheels. In addition, they also provide alignment services and vehicle repair like brakes, rotors, struts, shocks, and alternators. It is their goal to provide quick, convenient, and friendly service. If you want the advantage, go to Advantage Tire and Alignment, where the customer always has the advantage.
I'm Dudley Miller and my wife Val, and this is the staff at Cremation Services. Together, we have over 100 years experience in funeral service. To me, career longevity is an indication of a person's ability to extend grace and compassion and deal with the family in an honest, trustworthy, and decent manner. We ask that you consider us at Cremation Services of East Alabama in your time of loss.
At Oxford Dental Care, they believe in the importance of a healthy, beautiful smile. The staff takes great pride in the treatments they provide and the healthy smiles that they create. Their patients can take advantage of comprehensive dental care that's customized for their individual needs and desires. They provide general, cosmetic, and pediatric dentistry, emergency dental care, teeth whitening, implants, and veneers. Contact their Oxford office at 256-831-3432 or visit the website at oxforddentalcare.net if you have any questions or would like to schedule an appointment. Friendly staff, excellent service, beautiful smiles. A team you can rely on, Oxford Dental Care.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. 10-7 is your score at the half. The Pell City Panthers are ahead of the Oxford Yellow Jackets. We've got a few words from our sponsors here tonight. Southern States Bank. At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your local bank. Locations in Anniston and Sylacauga. Let us be there for you. Member FDIC. Team One Chevrolet of Gadsden, home of the best people, the best service, period. Visit Team One Chevrolet in Gadsden, Alabama. Freestyle Graphics. Special thanks to Freestyle Graphics in Oxford, Alabama for gearing up our crew for this season. All your graphics needs, whether apparel, promotional items, signs, banners, business items, Freestyle Graphics will take care of you. Go to freestylegraphics.espwebsite.com. City of Chaos, where your fears turn into nightmares. City of Chaos is one of the top-rated haunted house experiences in Northeast Alabama. Go through our haunted tunnel, ride the convoy, shoot some zombies, and so much more. Don't miss it. Location 6755 Curry Station Road, East Aboga, Alabama. Open now. So we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment. We'll go over some scores and whatnot. And we'll be back with your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank.
Hey, this is Jason at Reeves Insurance. Just want to say a quick thank you to all of our customers for your support over the years. We now have offices in Anniston, Alexandria, and Oxford in order to serve you better. So stop in and see me or any of our experienced staff and let us shop for you to find you the best price and the best coverage available. Thank you.
The Coosa Valley, on the banks of the Coosa River in Gadsden, Alabama. Fishing, boating, and paddling, and home to Team One Chevrolet. Team One Chevy has been serving generations for years. Even the grandkids are grown. Come by and see why so many people come back to Team One Chevy in Gadsden.
Home of the best people, the best service, period.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your local bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We're on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. Stop being just another number at the big bank and start being a neighbor at Southern States Bank. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. 10-7 here at the half. The Pell City Panthers are over the Oxford Yellow Jackets. I got some score updates for you guys. Munford is ahead of Lincoln 10-0 at the half. Big rivalry game there down at Lincoln. 42-0. Cleveland County is losing to Jacksonville. White Plains is ahead of Talladega 21-0. Alexandria was beating St. Clair County at one point. Now the score has flipped 30-25 at the half. St. Clair County with the lead. Handley is taking it to the Anniston Bulldogs 25-0. BB Comer is ahead of Isabella 21-7 at the half. Raglan 26-7 over Victory Christian. Geraldine putting it to Ohatchee at the Creekbank 41-0. Beauregard is losing to Sylacauga. This would be a big win for Sylacauga if they can take this win 17-16. Locust Fork is up on Pleasant Valley 47-0 at the half. Thompson is beating Hewitt-Trussell 27-7. Hazel Green is down 42-0 against Gadsden City at the half. Oaks Bluff is ahead of Plainview 21-14. Randolph County defeated Sachs 21-14. Very close ball game. Montgomery Catholic is ahead of Montgomery Academy 35-0. Central High School of Clay County is ahead of Valley 34-0. Vincent and Ranburne is a nail biter right now at the halftime 14-13. Ranburne ahead of Vincent would be a big win for Ranburne. Here Cedar Bluff's ahead of Valley Head 20-18. Southside is beating Leeds 9-0 at the half. And at the moment, that might be, scratch that. Moody is ahead of Springville 20-6. Piedmont is beating Westbrook Christian 21-7 at the half. Steve Smith's homecoming at the Field of Champions here tonight. So that is a big game down at Piedmont. Benjamin Russell ahead of Chilton County 29-0. Aniana and Etowah is in a very close game, 28-21. And at the Collinsville Fife 34-6 at Fife right now. So I've got Shasta on the sideline. She's got a little interview for us. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey guys, I've got J-Rock here from Jacksonville State University. So tell me how the game's going for you tonight.
It's going. Glad to be back home, seeing Oxford compete against our rivalry. It's going really good right now.
Hey, you did pretty good in your game the other night, though, right, JSU?
Oh yes, man, we did. We had a great team when we came back. I think we were down 21-some points. Well, we came back and we won in the fourth quarter. We finished great.
So what do you want to see happen this next half?
I want to see Oxford come out and win against our rivalry. That's all I want to see. And it'll be a good game.
Awesome. We want to thank you for taking the time to talk to us, and good luck with all your career.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to throw it back to you guys.
A lot of former athletes of the Oxford Yellow Jackets have made their way to Lamar Field tonight against the Pale City Panthers. A big rivalry game here, 10-7 at the half. The Pale City Panthers are ahead of the Oxford Yellow Jackets. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll be closing in on the second half. We'll be back in just a moment.
In the heart of your community, Coosa Valley Technologies brings you the future of high-speed internet. Having connection issues? Simply reach out to us, your neighbors, and experience exceptional customer service. Our local customer support experts guide you through the process with a personalized touch. Our skilled technicians install top-notch equipment for the most reliable connection. From community to your home, Coosa Valley Technologies, where local care meets global connectivity. Visit us online or call now to join the Coosa Valley Technologies family.
First Bank of Alabama is celebrating 175 years of excellence in banking. Since 1848, we've been growing our product and growing our banking services in East Central Alabama. You can find us making sure that we are bettering our community to the best of our ability. First Bank of Alabama is where you are first.
Member FDIC. Palto Solutions is a licensed and insured home builder located in Lincoln, Alabama. We specialize in roofing, sheetrock, painting, remodeling, and new home construction. Check us out on Facebook or call us for a free estimate. Or look us up on the web at paltosolutions.com.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. We said it once, we said it twice. 10-7 is your score at the half. The Pale City Panthers have came into Lamar Field, and they've got the lead at the half, Jackson.
I'll tell you what, so far it's been a very sloppy first half football. There's been penalties all over the field, and you can see Rush Pros right there. I mean, he knows that his teams came in, and if he wins this game, this will be a humongous win for the Panthers.
And if there's one thing Russ Probst knows about is winning. He's done it everywhere he's went, and he's trying to rebuild this Pell City football program back up from the ground up because they were not a very good football team before. They were not a very good football team before this year. And they're struggling this year, but Russ Probst has got to move in the right direction.
But that's putting it nicely. But the thing about it is, so far this year, you could absolutely see improvements in this Pell City team.
And you're 100% correct. You know, if you would have told me a year ago that the Pell City Panthers would come in here today and be leading at the half, I might have laughed in your face. But right now, this Pell City team looks like a good football team. And like we talked about before the show started, they have been in every game they've played besides Clay Chalkville. Not many people's going to hang with Clay Chalkville. Not many.
No, I mean, they might be the best team in the entire state.
So now we're going to take a look at this Oxford team who has struggled to score. We're going to throw it to Shasta. She's got an interview for us on the field.
Hey guys, I have Coach Adams here. So Coach Adams, tell me how you're feeling and what you talked to your team about during halftime here.
Well, we had a lot of self-inflicted wounds there. You know, offensively, the thing was we found ourselves in 2nd and 10 a lot. You know, we dropped the ball, we'd have a missed block, and, you know, it's just stuff that we got to correct, and hopefully we will correct going forward. And, you know, defensively, we held up really well. We obviously gave them a short field off of a special teams miscue with the fumbled punt return. And, you know, they scored a touchdown off of that. So, yeah, I mean, it's us. We just got to be a better version of us in the second half.
And how's number 5 doing? He took a pounding out there a couple times.
He's good. He's good. He's one of the toughest kids on the team. He's good.
Awesome. Well, good luck for the second half, and we'll see you in a little bit. Throwing it back to you guys.
And you heard it there from Coach Sam Adams. He said self-inflicted wounds has hurt the Oxford Yellow Jackets, and he's right.
I mean, he's 100% correct. I mean, you got to understand, they didn't get a first down until 6 minutes left in the second quarter. And it was just because they got one and it was called back for holding, which led to a punt. And it's just been, but so far you got to understand, that drive before the half was just sensational for the Yellow Jackets.
It was great, and that is exactly what they needed. We were talking about that. They needed to score because they get the ball back right here. They could take the lead on the score here or kick the field goal with Ray Barrera, a good kicker for the Yellow Jackets, and tie this game up. But another thing Coach Adams said, there's Courtney Upshaw on the sidelines, by the way, former Alabama Crimson Tide player coaching with Russ Probst. That's pretty cool to see. But you heard what else Coach Adams said, you know, missed blocks, missed opportunities. Just, it's all things that they can control, and they need to be a better version of their self, is what he said.
And the thing about it is, they've not played that bad. It's just these penalties from both sides, even on the offense and the defense, and for Pell City, these penalties have just killed everybody here tonight.
And you're correct, and there has been a handful of them, and that's an understatement. As we got a little look here at Mason Mims warming up, you know he's looking to get this offense ready rolling, as he has looked fairly good so far tonight, just looking to really try to find that big play.
I mean, 100%. And going back to the penalties hurting everybody, I'm sure it's hurting the white cap too. I mean, he's literally going to probably have to ice his arm tonight by how many penalties he's been throwing.
And a lot of tennis elbow between these officiating tonight, as they are flicking that flag out a lot so much tonight. So here we go. The Yellow Jackets will receive here to start the second half. Like I said, they have got to get their offense rolling. You can't keep playing around with this Pell City team because they've done proved to you. They've done won one half. You can't let them win this half because they'll win the ball game.
And like we were saying, their record doesn't prove how and doesn't show how good they really are.
We said it multiple times already tonight. They've been in every game they've played. So Blackstone's going to kick it off for the Pell City Panthers. If I had to take a wild guess, D.K. Wilson will be back to receive along with Kamari Hampton. That's been the group all night, and that's going to be the group right now coming out of the half.
Will it be out of bounds?
That's been another key factor so far. Southern States Bank kickoff to start the second half. D.K. Wilson will receive it. Panthers have good special teams coverage. They're all over Wilson. Wilson's going to find a little bit of a crease, and that's good special teams play there for the Pell City Panthers. It's going to put them at about the 22-yard line.
And another thing, really good kick right there, because so far you've seen a lot of kicks out of bounds, but you can't really get a better kick than that. And I'll tell you what, I mean, these guys are going to come out, and Oxford really needs to come down here, hit this team in the mouth, and score early.
Yes, they have got to come out swinging. because right now they're backed up in their own corner. And the score before half is much bigger than a lot of people think. A lot of people's looking at this game like the Yellow Jackets just haven't played good. And they have played good on both sides of the ball, just penalties. And that score is crucial. There's a penalty flag on the play.
First play.
As I speak of it, the White Hat calls it, and it's on the Oxford sidelines. So we're going to see what this penalty's for.
It's probably going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, or it could be on Pell City for a late hit out of bounds. I didn't get to see it very good, but that very well could be the penalty here.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Personal foul, late hit out of bounds on the Pell City Panthers. So that's going to be a free 15 yards.
Yeah, I mean, that is not what you need. I mean, this is the first play out of the half here, and you're already getting a 15-yard penalty. I mean, and then 15-yard penalties, they add up over time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't really see. I'd have to see the replay again to see exactly what happened on that play.
It looked like it was just closer on the Oxford sidelines. Man comes in late, hits Wilson. A really unnecessary hit for the Panthers. Didn't have to take that hit.
He was already out of bounds.
So Mason Mims, DK Wilson in the backfield. Mims going to be a gift to Wilson. Wilson's got some space. Wilson bounces this outside, and Wilson's going to be brought down by Marquise Bedford for a good gain of about 9 yards.
Hey, what if Bedford doesn't make that play here? We're looking at Wilson's jersey.
A City of Chaos run there for DK Wilson, and tackle on the play by Marquise Bedford.
Really good play right there by Bedford.
Mims, he's got Jaden Thomas in the backfield. Jaden Thomas, he's going to take it himself. He's going to go up a little bit, and I believe he's got enough for the first down.
That's a good play call right there by Sam Adams. I really like that play call, and that's going to be good enough for the first down. And so far, this drive, I mean, this is a very good drive so far by the Yellow Jackets.
So first down for the Yellow Jackets, and it seems like Sam Adams has really decided to stick with this run game.
And I mean, so far, they've really not been able to stop this run game so far.
Mims, he's got Thomas in the backfield. Mims, another give to Thomas. Thomas has got a little bit of space, and he's going to be brought down after about a gain of 5 yards. Really, Oxford is looking to stick with this run game.
I tell you what, this will also tire out a defense really quick. I don't care how good a condition you are.
You got DK Wilson, who's Lightning, Jaden Thomas, who's Thunder, and they're looking to stay rolling with it so far here tonight because they have ran the ball a lot. And it's working. Yeah. It's working. It's just like the quarterback run for Pell City. It's working. So why would you fix something that ain't broke?
You're right.
So Thomas stays in the backfield with Mims. Hard clap there for Mims. Going to look for the audible. Thomas going to move to the other side of Mims here. Mims going to give it back off to Thomas. Thomas trying to find a crease. Good play there for the Pell City defensive front to limit him, and it's going to bring up third down and short.
It's going to bring about 3rd and 2. And I tell you what, though, if you're getting 4 or 5 yards every play running the ball, that's how you win a football game.
Absolutely, absolutely. 4 yards a carry, that'll get you a first down. I promise you. You keep doing it, it'll get you a first down. So Mason Mims has got Thomas still in the backfield. They've ran the ball every play this drive so far, and it's going to be another one to Thomas. Thomas is going to get wrapped up, and he's going to be short. So 4th down and very, very short for the Yellow Jackets.
This is definitely 4th down territory. I definitely see Coach Sam Adams going for this on 4th down.
Look at Marquise Bedford there. Just go right by the block, get down there to get Jaden Thomas. Good block. There's a good tackle there by Marquise Bedford.
I'll tell you what, another thing I've noticed is Pell City's got to be careful because they are playing Kamari Hampton like way man-to-man coverage.
4th down.
Could burn you.
And 1 yard to go. It's going to be a give to DK Wilson. Ooh. DK Wilson's going to be and get the first down. What a run for DK Wilson.
He got it on that second effort right there. But I'll tell you what, it looked like Pell City stood him up right there for a second.
Look at it again. There's Marquise Bedford coming out of nowhere, and he is stuck. And the Panthers just couldn't secure it.
Just very unfortunate right there. And that was what you got to give credit to Wilson right there. Just a beautiful run. He never
quit. Keep driving
quit.
your feet until you are ruled down, and that is exactly what he did.
Never quit, and sure enough, you're seeing that now.
Mims, DK Wilson checks in. Stays in, I should say. Mims It'll be a give to DK Wilson. DK Wilson bounces this outside. Makes a man miss. Good tackle there in space for the Pell City Panthers.
I'll tell you what, so far, I think Oxford has found their spark just running the football. I mean, they've not passed the ball once on this drive, and so far it's working every single time.
Number 34, Trey Krasitsky on the tackle there of DK Wilson. Better be lucky he tackled him, because I feel like we've said that 14 times tonight. If he breaks that tackle, he goes for 6. There's been some good open field tackles so far tonight.
And also another thing is, all this run's setting up for a big pass to one of your big wide receivers.
It is indeed. It's going to open up the play action pass. Mims, big give off DK Wilson once again. DK Wilson's got the first down again, and Oxford is just chewing this clock down and going to the end zone at will.
I like it. I like it. They're just playing just straight up hard-nosed football. This offensive line's blocking fantastic, and they're just picking up yards really whenever they want to on the ground.
Mason Mims has got DK Wilson in the backfield. There's been a run play on every single play this drive. So like you said, Jackson, wouldn't be shocked if the play action's opened up here in just a minute. Mims, he's going to give it off to DK Wilson. DK Wilson bounces it outside. He runs out of bounds after a very good game. Going to bring up second down and short.
And I'll tell you what, they bid on Kamari Hampton right there like bad.
They worked their way into the City of Chaos red zone. They're off another DK Wilson handoff.
Second and 3 for the Yellow Jackets.
He was pushed out of bounds there by number 15, Jordan Woods.
And I know I done said it already, but Pell City's got to be extremely careful playing man-to-man on Kamari Hampton, because he will burn you fast and quick.
LJ Berry is the man in coverage with Kamari Hampton. Going to be another give DK Wilson. And there's a good stop for the Pell City Panthers. Jordan Woods on the stop.
Very, very good stop right there. And I think is that second down?
That's going to be third down and short for the Yellow Jackets.
That's just a beautiful defensive play right there by the Panthers.
It looked like J.J. Johnson was the first man to meet, and Jordan Woods cleaned it up. So third down and short for the Yellow Jackets. About 2 yards to go. Jaden Thomas checks back in. Mims. He hands it off to Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas has got a cavalry in front of him. Jaden Thomas is going to the end zone, and he stopped just short. First and goal for the Yellow Jackets.
A very, very good run by Jaden Thomas. Look at this blocking. Just a hole opens up right there. And Jaden Thomas, you could have fit 3 trucks in that hole.
67, Jaden Young was the offensive lineman leading the way for Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas is back in the backfield again. Does Oxford go the full drive without throwing a pass? No, there it is. It's going to be a pass up to Kamari Hampton. And it sneaks down. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Kamari Hampton with a Team 1 Chevrolet touchdown on a beautiful pass and catch from Mason Mims to Kamari Hampton. Let's look at it again. Mims lost it up. Says, go get it, big guy. Kamari Hampton over LJ Berry. What a play. What a catch.
Mama, there goes that man. Just a beautiful play. I mean, and Dawson, doesn't it feel like we've seen this before?
We've seen it a few weeks back. And what a play call. There you run the ball the whole drive, get to the end zone. Let's throw a fade up to Kamari Hampton. And, of course, he comes down with it. And the kick is up by Barrera, and it is good. So your score, 14-10, the Oxford Yellow Jackets take the lead over the Pell City Panthers. We'll be back in just a moment. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank. Welcome back into your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. Mason Mims connects with Kamari Hampton for an Oxford Yellow Jacket touchdown to make the score 14-10 over the Pell City Panthers. The Oxford Yellow Jackets struggled to move the ball the whole first half up until right before halftime. They come out, drive the ball all the way down the field, running the football with DK Wilson and Jaden Thomas. They throw a pass on the last play, get in the end zone. They take the lead. Southern States Bank kickoff. The Yellow Jackets will have a good kick, and it's going to bounce all the way to about the 1 yard line. So the Pell City Panthers are going to be in a hole early as he's brought down at about the 12 yard line.
I'll tell you what, he better be glad he went back and got that ball, because I don't know if he would have touched it, but the thing about it was, if he did touch it, that would be it'd be Oxford ball anyway, because that ball was going to stop at the 1 yard line.
So now we're going to see if this Pell City offense can find a way to keep up with this Oxford offense, who has clearly found their stride, and that's their run game. And if you count the one pass they threw for a touchdown, they're clicking on all cylinders right now.
They really are. And I'll tell you what, I just think you would go with Gross here in the backfield.
As they have got Nikita Getmanshuk in the backfield all by himself. He's going to motion over Gross. Gross is going to be playing to the outside. Getmanshuk is going to get sacked on the play. The Yellow Jackets all over Nikita Getmanshuk here tonight.
I tell you what, Getmanshuk, he just looks like he's uncomfortable in the pocket, though. I mean, yes, there's pressure on him, but I mean, even when there's not pressure, he just looks very uncomfortable.
He hasn't been comfortable all night. We said that. We said that earlier. He just hasn't been comfortable in the pocket so far tonight.
And it just looks like this Pell City offense just runs better with Gross under center.
So Getmanshuk has got Gross behind him. He's going to motion him out. Getmanshuk all alone in the backfield now in the gun. He's going to motion Gross again. And that's going to be a false start on Pell City. So that's going to back them up to about the 1 yard line.
It's going to be second and about, I don't even know, a long ways.
So second down and a long ways to go for the Pell City Panthers, and this drive never got going from the start.
Hey, but they got 2 more downs to try to make something out of it.
The thing is, Getmanshuk cannot get sacked here, because if he does, he's going to be on that black and yellow turf in the end zone for a safety. So he's got to get the ball out if he's going to pass. I believe this is probably going to be a quick pass somewhere.
I don't get you passing the ball here. I mean, I really just think you'd run and just drive is shut down, honestly, before it started.
Getmanshuk looking to throw it. Hits Gross on the outside. Good play to get him out of the end zone. A play for about 5 yards to Caleb Gross.
That's a good pass right there, and Gross just ran a very good route, and Getmanshuk just put it right on the money.
Just a little out route there for Caleb Gross just to get him out of the end zone. I think that's all that play was for, was just to get him out of the end zone.
And I noticed it probably is pretty loud here at Lamar Field, because I see Getmanshuk covering his ears too.
So Getmanshuk motions over Caleb Gross, and it's going to be a pass to the outside. Getmanshuk hits his man. That's number 7, Zach Duncan, and he dove for that play. The pass was caught on the sidelines. Good pass, but he kind of led Duncan a little too far. Duncan makes a great job keeping possession of this. And it was incomplete. I did not see it. There was a coach in the way, and I did not see him drop the football. So it's going to be third down now for the Panthers.
I mean, and now
actually fourth down is going to be a punt.
Yeah, you got to punt. And first of all, you have to get this ball out of the end zone as well. And I wouldn't be shocked if Oxford sends the house here.
Pell City's going to hurry up to the line. It's a crucial punt for the Panthers. Good snap and a good punt there for the Panthers. Ball's going to bounce, and the bounces have been going Pell City's way all night on their punts. Another good punt out of your own end zone to put the Yellow Jackets at about the 38-yard line.
Very good punt, especially out of your own end zone.
So now the Yellow Jacket offense has got rolling. Pell City's defense has got to figure out a way to stop this offense.
They have to figure out something here.
And there's our guy, number 90, heading into the game, big nose tackle for the Pell City Panthers. a big run stopper for him, and that's Jaden Elston checks in for the first time tonight.
I'll tell you what, I'm excited.
So DK Wilson in the backfield with Mims. Wilson's going to get it, and that's going to be a short gain there for the Yellow Jackets, as that's one of the first runs of the second half that DK Wilson has not gained over 2 yards, because it feels like he's been eating off 5 yards of carry every play he's touched the ball.
I mean, that's just a beautiful defensive play right there by the Panthers, and that's just, you really just can't stop that.
Jordan Woods really broke through the offensive front for the Yellow Jackets. Hampton in motion. It's going to be a pass out to Kamari Hampton. He's got some open space. Kamari Hampton makes a man miss. He's going to be brought down at about the 45-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and medium for the Oxford Yellow Jackets.
That's a good play call right there. I really like that play call. Get the ball in your playmaker's hands and let him make a play.
Good upfield blocking there for the Yellow Jackets to get Hampton in position for them to have a 3rd down and manageable.
Oh, about got him.
And Marquise Bedford almost jumped off sides there for the Panthers. It looks like Pell City's going to be bringing some heat, as now Bedford's going to shift outside, go to corner. Mims, it's going to be a handoff to Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas is going to have well enough for a 1st down, and the Yellow Jackets run game stays hot.
I mean, there's just nobody right there on that left side to even try to attempt to tackle Jaden Thomas.
As you see it there, the blocking for Oxford is pristine here tonight. They have really, really played well in the trenches tonight.
They really have. I mean, we were talking about Pell City's offensive line start us out. Now, Oxford offensive line's got into a groove.
And here's going to be a pass. It's going to be going out to Kamari Hampton. Kamari Hampton's going to stay in bounds, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds there by Berry.
And now they're getting the ball to Kamari Hampton. Really just not been able to get him going all night, but in the second half, they found out who their playmaker is, and they're getting the ball to him as much as they can.
Another penalty flag on the play here on Oxford, so that's going to back them up. So that's going to wipe away the catch by Kamari Hampton.
Once again, coming out of halftime, Coach Sam Adams said they have to stop the penalties, and so far they've really just not been able to.
The penalties have killed both teams tonight, and Oxford has managed to take advantage of the plays that they don't have penalties. That's why they have a 14-10 lead now. Rush Probst and the Pell City Panthers, on the other hand, have not.
This is going to be 1st and very, very long here.
So 1st down and long for the Yellow Jackets. 1st down at about 15 yards. We are fixing to work our way under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Mims hands it off to DK Wilson. DK Wilson's going to be stood up there after maybe a gain of 2 yards, and the Pell City Panthers with a big play there. They have got to get a stop on this drive. You cannot let the Yellow Jackets go up by 2 scores.
And I'll tell you what, Woods just made an absolutely beautiful defensive stop right there too. I mean, he's definitely my defensive MVP so far for the Panthers.
He's been all over the ball tonight. We've talked about Keenan Britt on the Oxford side, but Woods has been all over the ball for the Pell City side. He has looked very well tonight in this Pell City defensive front. So Mims, he's going to give it off to Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas is going to bounce it outside, and Jaden Thomas is going to keep driving up the field. Good run there for Jaden Thomas.
And I'll tell you what, I think Oxford got away with a hold right there, not going to lie to you. Watch number 54 right here.
As the Yellow Jackets, and he let go of him a little later there. He let go of him a little later. I believe that's a good call considering how many penalties we've had so far tonight. A good no call there for the officiating, because it looked like he let go of him. If they had him a little bit longer, I'm sure we would have seen it. So Jaden Thomas stays in the backfield, 3rd down and 1 yard to go. He's not a betting man, but Jaden Thomas is going to take the handoff. And Jaden Thomas is going to be short.
That is just a beautiful defensive play right there.
J.J. Johnson was the first man to meet him. Let's look at it again. J.J. Johnson, boom, right there. Meets Jaden Thomas, lowers his shoulder. So it's going to be 4th down for the Yellow Jackets. 4th down and very, very short. Yellow Jackets has done went for 1.
They'll definitely go for this here.
And they are indeed. So 4th down and maybe the link to the football to the 1st down marker. Jaden Thomas is in the backfield. Pell City looking to bring some heat. Thomas gets it well enough for the 1st down.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, the Panthers have made some very good defensive plays, and then there's just been some plays that have just been like, how did he get there? And there was just a hole opened up right there for Jaden Thomas to run through.
So Jaden Thomas is going to check out after the first down run. That's going to move the chains once again for the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be under a minute to go in the third quarter. DK Wilson checks back in.
I tell you what, when they get down close to this red zone, you're going to start seeing Kamari Hampton get a lot more touches as well.
DK Wilson's got a hole. He bounces it outside. A good run here for DK Wilson. DK Wilson's heading down to the 5, and DK Wilson's in the City of Chaos red zone.
I tell you what, this Yellow Jackets offense is like, all right, they done got it going now, and Oxford is taking this game and running away with it.
It's the run game. Pale City has struggled to stop this run, and they just can't do it.
And watch for a 50-50 ball here to Kamari Hampton.
Again.
Unless they just give it out here to Wilson.
And DK Wilson's going to take the handoff. DK Wilson's going to walk into the end zone for a Yellow Jacket touchdown. 20-10 after the Team 1 Chevrolet touchdown by DK Wilson.
Just a beautiful play call, beautiful executed play, and he just walked straight into the end zone. I don't think he's even touched.
Great run there for DK Wilson, who has been very good all night. Him and Jaden Thomas, the two-headed monster in the backfield, has been fantastic tonight.
I mean, Pale City has to respond here if they want to stay in this football game.
And the kick by Barrera is up, and it is good. So a touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. 21-10 with 31.9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more of your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank.
For over 50 years, Oxford City Schools has been building a legacy that we can all be proud of. Academics, athletics, and more. While we are proud of where we've been, we are even more proud of where we are going. Oxford City Schools prepares children from elementary school all the way to the time that they graduate. Our goal is to mold students into future leaders and pioneers of this community and the world.
Come see the wonder that is the Festival of Lights, proudly sponsored by First Bank of Alabama. Chocolaco Park is filled with over 1 million lights and twinkling displays of all the Christmas favorites. You can park and enter Santa's Village, where there is an outdoor skating rink, inflatables for the kids, food trucks, and have your photo made with Santa. Get your tickets now at oxfordlights.com.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your local bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We're on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. Stop being just another number at the big bank and start being a neighbor at Southern States Bank. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank. The Oxford Yellow Jackets run game has really came to life here in the second half, and they have took a 2-score lead over the Pale City Panthers. Jackson, what's happening? Well, what is going on with this Pale City team? This is not the same Pale City team we've seen in the first half.
I mean, you see this a lot. I mean, teams go into halftime, they make adjustments, and so far the Yellow Jackets have made huge adjustments coming out of this second half. And Pale City has to respond here, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown. They have to respond to stay in this football game.
Southern States Bank kickoff for the Yellow Jackets, going to kick it away deep to the Pale City Panthers, who have got to find a way to get their offense rolling. And Jackson, it looks like Coach Probst has went away from his star player Caleb Gross, and they have went with a lot more Nikita Gedmanchuk at quarterback. And it's almost questionable. I'm not going to question Russ Probst by no means, but Caleb Gross really got the offense rolling.
And, I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll voice my opinion on this. I don't understand why they took Gross out. I mean, so far, when you look at this team, when Gross is under center, this offense moves a lot better.
Gedmanchuk, a junior quarterback for the Pale City Panthers. Got a very good arm, but their run game is based around Caleb Gross. And Caleb Gross is now in the backfield for the Pale City Panthers at quarterback. So Caleb Gross, he's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to find a gap, and Keenan Britt shuts that down.
Keenan Britt said absolutely not. I mean, he was untouched right there. Just comes off, gets off his block, and just makes a huge stop in the backfield.
Keenan Britt comes out on the edge and just levels Caleb Gross there, and that's probably going to take us to the fourth quarter. It is indeed going to take us to the fourth quarter. Can the Pell City Panthers find a way back in? We'll see here in the fourth quarter. Hold the fours up. We're going to take a quick break. And we come back, we'll have more of your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank.
Grub Mart in Young Oil, serving East Alabama for over 80 years. Come into one of our many locations throughout East Alabama and try our Joe Bell's coffee along with some Olio's donuts. From Center to Jacksonville to Auburn and everywhere in between, Grub Mart is here for you.
For over 50 years, Oxford City Schools has been building a legacy that we can all be proud of. Academics, athletics, and more. While we are proud of where we've been, we are even more proud of where we are going. Oxford City Schools prepares children from elementary school all the way to the time that they graduate. Our goal is to mold students into future leaders and pioneers of this community and the world.
When I was a child, my parents couldn't afford braces. My grandparents paid for them, and it changed my life. It's why I'm an orthodontist today. Hi, I'm Dr. John Phillips, and at PT Orthodontics, we want to make braces and Invisalign easy and affordable for everyone. That's why we offer no down payment and affordable monthly payments to give you the smile you'd like to have. And with offices in Oxford and Gadsden, we're your neighborhood orthodontists. Give us a call.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. The Oxford Yellow Jackets have really flipped the script here tonight on the Pell City Panthers. As you see, the Pell City fans have started to kind of clear out a little bit at the start of the fourth quarter. It's not as high as it was, and you know Coach Rush Probst is not very happy with the second half performance from the Pell City Panthers. But here we go, we're starting the fourth quarter. Caleb Gross is your quarterback for the Panthers. And I believe there was delay a game on the Panthers, so that's going to back them up.
I mean, at this point, how many penalties are there going to be thrown in the next 12 minutes?
12 minutes to go here as the end of the quarter. There was a penalty flag. Good pass across the middle to John David Probst for Caleb Gross.
And I'll tell you what, Nikita's the guy that usually has an arm, but that was a really good pass right there by Gross.
Gross fired it across the middle there to John David Probst, and that was a very, very good pass for Gross. They may try to start looking at the passing game with Gross, considering he's a little more mobile than at Getmanship.
But I'll tell you what, though, it's going to be third and long here.
Third down. I wouldn't say third down and long. It's about third down and medium for the Pell City Panthers. As they've got a chance. It's a lot more manageable than third and forever like it's been doing. As Caleb Gross is going to get up, and it's going to be short of the first down marker by about 3 yards.
And I mean, the thing about it is, though, I think I'll tell you what, I don't think this is fourth down territory, but if you're Rush Probst, you got to at least consider it here.
It is by no means fourth down territory, but it's 21-10. And you got to consider giving your offense a chance. And they are indeed going to bring in the big hefties, the big hog mollies are going to head onto the field for the Pell City Panthers. Fourth down and 1, and Caleb Gross.
He didn't get there. Well, maybe he did.
The Pell City sidelines are pointing like he got it. And they seem confident about it, and the Yellow Jackets do not seem like they are too happy about it. So I believe they did get the first down.
I said it might be fourth down territory here.
And look at this play design here
Big
for
boy.
Probst. Brought in the big hog mollies to push him up, and they indeed did. Jaden Elston was the man behind him. You know, you've talked about him already tonight. Big nose tackle for the Panthers. So first down and 10. The Pell City Panthers get a first down. Gross gonna pitch it out. That's gonna go to number 3, Landon Strong. Landon Strong gonna get brought down there by number 7, Judd Sire.
I like that play. I really, really, really like that play. I tell you what, if Gross throws that a little bit earlier, they might be looking at the back of his jersey.
Now, Judd Sire was there on the tackle along with number 8, Latravion Figures. Strong's going to check out. And there is the man himself, Marquise Bedford, is now in the ball game. We have yet to see him much tonight. He is really the man that fired up the one Pell City touchdown we've seen.
And we have seen that he's made plays.
And here we go. Bedford, he bounces it outside. He cuts back up the middle of the field. And Bedford is going to get maybe a gain of about 1 to 2 yards.
I'll tell you what, though. Bedford is definitely a playmaker because, I mean, he that could have been a lot worse. He could have been tackled about 5 yards deep right there.
Yeah, you seen that little bounce outside there for Bedford. Goes right back up the middle. It could have been a lot worse.
And it could have been a 5-yard loss, but instead you get about probably a 3 or 4 yard gain right there. And, I mean, that's just been a very questionable call, not keeping him in, letting him make more plays.
Gross, he's going to keep this himself. He's going to do it. It's been that play all night that's really helped the Panthers is that quarterback keeper to Caleb Gross, and that's going to be probably 4th down and about 1 yard to go, maybe inches.
Yeah, I mean, think about it is, though, I think they go for this again.
Oh, they're going to have to. If they went for it on the 20-yard line, they're going for it on the 40.
Yeah, for sure.
No doubt.
They're calling it
So
timeout.
there's going to be a time. No, there's going to be an official measurement on this. I knew it was going to be close.
Oh, here comes Big Boy in. They're calling him in.
I knew this is going to be close, but we're going to see. He may have got this.
It's going to be very close. We'll see, though.
Oh, he's short by the nose of the football. So the Pell City Panthers are 110% going for this. They went for, like I said, they went for it on the 20. They're going to go for it with about a nose of the football to get them a first down. And it looks like they are going to call on the elephant package, as we used to call it at Alabama. They used to call it the elephant package. Bring in Deron Payne and bring in Jonathan Allen, run the football right behind them.
Those are some big boys. They were Alabama.
So now
It's going to be
4th down and literally the nose of the football to the first down marker. So Coach Probst is going to have to figure out a play to get a few inches.
I think you go back to the quarterback sneak. You just bring in, like you said, the elephant package.
And they are indeed doing it. Elston, number 90, is heading back out on the field. I'm about 90% sure the Yellow Jackets know what's coming here as Gross lines up under center, and I believe there's going to be a timeout on the field.
Or because it's a false start.
If this is a false start, Rush Probst is going to be very upset.
All sides.
On Oxford, so that's a first down for the Yellow Jackets. I mean, for the Panthers. First down for the Panthers.
Hey, that's big right there. That's huge right there for the Panthers. I mean, and so far, like I've been saying, with Gross under center, this has been the best drive since the touchdown drive.
Gross. He's going to keep it himself in a fake
He's got
pitch there by Caleb Gross. Caleb Gross has
He's
got that
gone.
space. Caleb Gross is going down the sidelines. 10, 5, touchdown Panthers. Caleb Gross. What a play call for the Panthers, and they're right back in it here in the 4th quarter.
Like I've been saying, when you put Gross under center, this offense just runs better. And that was a beautiful play call. I don't know if that was a play call or Gross just faked that and just took it himself. But, I mean, when he gets in open space, that's huge. And it looks like they might go for 2 here.
Team 1 Chevrolet touchdown for the Pell City Panthers. And that made this game interesting, Jackson. That has made this game very interesting with 8 minutes and 31 seconds to go here in the ball game.
It's very, very interesting now. The thing about it is, never mind. For a second, like they might think about going for 2
Well,
here.
it looks like they're confused. I believe they're thinking about it, but it looked like Getmanshuk was coming in. So I don't know what was going on here on the sidelines for the Panthers.
And I'll tell you what, they're not happy about Getmanshuk coming in. I just seen a coach just absolutely give it to him right there.
So, and I believe they would go for 2. That would make the score 21-18. That would make it a field goal game.
And I mean, why not, honestly? Because the thing about it is, even, this is how I see it, even if you kick the extra point, you're still going to need a touchdown to win this football game.
You're correct there, but I would see, I bet you they may not go for 2 here. They may to try to make it a field goal game, but I'm going to see probably a PAT here and just hoping the defense can stop this Oxford run game, because they have really dictated this whole second half for the Yellow Jackets. And they dictated the whole game, really, because the second half makes up for the whole first half that they had. That was very, very struggling offense in the first half.
But I mean, that drive right there by the Panthers, I mean, saying it's a good drive is an understatement. I mean, I think they started at the 12-yard line. They drive down the field and score a touchdown, and that's absolutely huge right there.
So there's Mason Mims, the starting quarterback for the Yellow Jackets, getting ready to step back on the field here in just a minute. And they are indeed going to go for 2. O'Neal is in the backfield with Getmanshuk. Getmanshuk, he's looking to throw it. He's got Gross on the outside. The 2-point conversion's good.
I tell you what, Gross can do just about everything for this Pell City Panthers team. I mean, look at this route, how crispy this route was by Gross.
Just a clean out route. And he was getting covered by Kristen Gibson, one of the better corners for this Yellow Jacket team. And a good pass there by Getmanshuk. He's had a long night playing quarterback, but he made up for it right there. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more of your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your local bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We're on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. Stop being just another number at the big bank and start being a neighbor at Southern States Bank. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
The Coosa Valley, on the banks of the Coosa River in Gadsden, Alabama. Fishing, boating, and paddling, and home to Team One Chevrolet. Team One Chevy has been serving generations for years. Even the grandkids are grown. Come by and see why so many people come back to Team One Chevy in Gadsden.
Home of the best people, the best service, period.
There's a special place where overtime gives way to family time, where fast pace becomes a little slower lifestyle. At Campers Unlimited, we can help get you there, where your lake house, beach house, or tailgate headquarters can have the same address. We carry the top brands in America like Grand Design and Forest River. With a large selection, we're sure to have a floor plan that fits your needs. So when you're ready to disconnect in order to reconnect, take the easy drive to Campers Unlimited on Interstate 59 in Gadsden or shop us online at campersunlimited.net.
Serving Calhoun County in the state of Alabama since 1994, offering some of the most competitive interest rates in the mortgage industry, along with a wide variety of mortgage products. We are with you throughout the home buying process, offering you service before and after the close. Fast, reliable, local. Visit us today or apply online at our website, jacksonmortgageco.com.
And you remember, if you need a home loan, call my daddy.
Beautiful night for some football here in your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. Rush Probst has got his guys back in the ball game. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion has made this a 3-point ball game here later in the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you what, Pell City fans are starting to clear out, but I mean, I bet they're trying to get back in the stadium now.
The Pell City side has definitely thinned out a little bit, but their team is still in this ball game. And here we go. This kick's going to go all the way back to Kamari Hampton. Kamari Hampton's going to have a little bit of space, and Kamari Hampton's going to take it up to about the 22-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this game just got interesting again, but it's going to be very interesting to see if this Pell City defense can stop the run game of the Yellow Jackets.
That's the key, because I'll tell you what, Coach Adams is probably thinking, if they can't stop the run, we'll just run the ball every single play again and get the clock down to about 2 minutes, score a touchdown, and just go ahead and end it.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I mean, you got to be thinking here. You have to make an adjustment and try to stop this run game because you know that's what Coach Sam Adams is thinking here.
DK Wilson in the backfield with Mason Mims. Mims, he's going to give it off to Wilson. Wilson's going to bounce this outside, and DK Wilson's got some space. DK Wilson to the 30, to the 40, to the 45-yard line where he steps out of bounds.
And if you're a Pell City Panther, you don't want that. I'll tell you that right now.
And it looked like he was going to be gobbled up there for a second, tried to cut it in, and then just uses his agility and moves and bounces it outside. Good run there for DK Wilson.
Just a very good play call and a very good run right there. And that is not what you need at all because you have to get a stop here if you want to stay in this game.
They're going to motion Hampton. Mims, he's giving it off to Thomas. There's going to be a penalty flag down as Thomas gets a good gain on first down for about 6 yards. I believe it's going to be coming back for holding.
I'll tell you what, if it's holding, this could be interesting because I mean it's going to be long. It's going to be holding.
It is holding on Oxford.
And I mean that's if you're Pell City, that's exactly what you need.
So that's going to back the Yellow Jackets up. Struggling with penalties on both sides tonight. And here's the official backing the Yellow Jackets up, and it's going to be first down in a mile for the Yellow Jackets now.
10-yard penalty. First down.
It's first down and a long ways to go for the Yellow Jackets after a good run there by DK Wilson and a good run by Jaden Thomas is going to be erased by a holding penalty. Seems to be the reoccurring word that we keep using, and that's penalty.
Yeah, for sure.
So Mims, he's going to give it off Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas is going to find a little bit of a crease, but he's not going to go very far. Good run defense there for the Pell City defense.
I'll tell you what I mean. If you get a stop in these next two drives, I think you're going to have to force Oxford to punt here.
They have got to figure out a way to get the ball back in their offense's hands.
Because, I mean, right now, get the ball back in Gross's hands as quick as you can.
Mims has got Thomas in the backfield again. It's like a change of play here for the Yellow Jackets. Mims, it's going to be a give off to Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas is going to be gobbled up again. It's third down and long for the Yellow Jackets.
And now, folks, is where things get very, very interesting. Because it's third and I wouldn't say long, but it's third and about medium.
7 minutes to go for the Yellow Jackets. And their offense has got to get a first down here to keep this drive rolling. So third down and long for the Yellow Jackets.
I was looking at the other marker, not that was my fault. That is third down.
Third down and about 13 yards to go to that first down marker. Mims, he's looking to throw it.
He's got to go.
He's looking to Hampton across over the field, and there is a man open. What a pass from Mason. Man, and the ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Pell City Panthers. What a play. The pass was across the middle to Nick Hampton, and he fumbled the football. And number 6, Ethan Isbell, comes up with it. What a play for Pell City.
That is huge right there. And, folks, we have a football game.
And the fumble came. He just dropped the ball. Hampton just dropped the ball.
He did. Actually, I don't think that was Hampton. That was not him that dropped the football. That was number 19, Nick Hampton. My fault. That's my bad.
So Rush Probst is ecstatic. Well, from my view, he was ecstatic, and now he's ball back to business as his offense has now got the football back.
100%, and that's a huge play for the Pell City Panthers.
Caleb Gross going to motion a receiver over. Gross, he's going to fake the pass. He's going to run it through a gap.
No
and
way.
There goes Caleb Gross down to the 50, to the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Panthers. Pell City's got the lead late.
You've got to be kidding me. That is insanity. It's the same play all night. It is Caleb Gross's world, and we're living in it. And when he gets out in space, there's not a man that can stop him.
A Team One Chevrolet touchdown for the Pell City Panthers. They have made Oxford pay for both of their mistakes. Both of their turnovers, they have made them pay. And now the Pell City Panthers have struck with 6:30 to go, and they have the lead.
That is insanity. I mean, lightning has struck at Lamar Field. I mean, you got to understand, the Pell City fans were clearing out. And you look now, and Pell City's got the lead.
Pell City has got the lead 25-21 with 6:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break. You don't want to miss the rest of this ball game. We'll be back in just a moment. We're WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank.
For over 50 years, Oxford City Schools has been building a legacy that we can all be proud of. Academics, athletics, and more. While we are proud of where we've been, we are even more proud of where we are going. Oxford City Schools prepares children from elementary school all the way to the time that they graduate. Our goal is to mold students into future leaders and pioneers of this community and the world.
Come see the wonder that is the Festival of Lights, proudly sponsored by First Bank of Alabama. Chocolaco Park is filled with over 1 million lights and twinkling displays of all the Christmas favorites. You can park and enter Santa's Village, where there is an outdoor skating rink, inflatables for the kids, food trucks, and have your photo made with Santa. Get your tickets now at oxfordlights.com.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your local bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We're on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. Stop being just another number at the big bank and start being a neighbor at Southern States Bank. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Welcome back into your WEAC TV 24 Game of the Week, presented by Southern States Bank. If you are just now tuning in, you have missed a phenomenal football game so far. The Pell City Panthers, behind Caleb Gross, have took the lead on the Oxford Yellow Jackets at Lamar Field, and this is turned into a ball game, Jackson. For a minute, the Southern States Bank kickoff here goes to Kamari Hampton. Going to bounce it. Kamari Hampton is going backwards. The Pell City return team is all over him, and that's good coverage there for Pell City. Go back to what I'm saying. The Pell City Panthers at one point, I did not think they were going to be able to stay in this game. After going down 21-10, I thought they weren't going to be able to hang around. But they have struck here with a turnover from the Yellow Jackets, which they capitalized. They have took the lead. There's a penalty flag on the play. We're going to see what this penalty is for.
If this is against Oxford, this is huge because that's going to back them up to their probably 5-yard line, if not more.
We're going to see here in just a moment. The officials are talking about it.
Might be another
enforcement-like conduct. I'm going to check the replay here. As you see, Kamari Hampton was started going backwards, trying to find some space, but good coverage for the Pell City Panthers special teams.
He ran to his own player, too.
And I'm not sure what this is for.
Unsportsmanlike
on Oxford. Unsportsmanlike on Pell City. That's going to be offsetting penalties. That's the second time we've seen that tonight. It's not often that we see two unsportsmanlike and they both get offset.
And I tell you what, I'm over here jumping because I'm so excited for this football game right now. I mean, this is a great football game. Like you were saying, at one point it looked like Pell City was done. Their fans were clearing out, and Caleb Gross back under center. He battles back, and now they have the lead late in the fourth.
And the Pell City fans are jumping on the Pell City sidelines. Here we go. The Yellow Jackets offense back on the field. This is going to be a handoff to D.K. Wilson. D.K. Wilson gets a short gain on first down. It's going to be second down and about 8 yards to go.
And I'll tell you what, Pell City has found the spark back. You can just tell they feel like they have more pep in their step here late in this fourth quarter. I mean, they're just excited and they're making plays.
Blake Azelli was the man on the stop there for the Panthers. Really filled that hole well, as that's been the key for the Oxford run game, is just so many big gaps the offensive line has produced, and that's what Pell City's going to have to do if they want to keep hanging in this game. And there's going to be a handoff to Jaden Thomas, and Jaden Thomas is going nowhere.
Look at this. This is oh, we got a little extracurricular activity going on here.
That is number 17, Jordan Perry, stands up. Jaden Thomas. It's third down and long for the Yellow Jackets.
I mean, I cannot believe what I'm watching right here.
It has been a change of script at the least. The Oxford run game has been it. And this drive, they've started off slow, and now it's third down and long. Mims. He's in the gun. Third down and long for the Yellow Jackets. Mim flares it out. Good catch there for Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas breaks a tackle, and that's a first down. A good one-handed catch there for Jaden Thomas.
Just a really good play call right there. Really good catch and run right there by Jaden Thomas. And, I mean, look at that catch right there. You're not going to see a better catch than that.
That is big for the Yellow Jackets. That is huge.
It's exactly what they needed.
Mims got Thomas still in the backfield. Mims. He gives it off to Thomas. Thomas is going to be wrapped up again. Good run defense there, number 17, Jordan Perry, all over it.
And I'll tell you what, I keep saying it, but I just cannot believe what I'm watching here. Because at one point, on the first drive coming out of halftime, Oxford takes the ball. They throw the ball one time on about an 80-yard drive, and it just looks like Pell City has no answer for the run game. But here we are, late in the fourth. Pell City has the lead, and they are shutting down Oxford's run game here.
Mims. He's going to be in the gun again. Looks like DK Wilson is checked in. Mims. He's going to throw it. He's going to fire it to the outside to Kamari Hampton, and that pass is going to be caught for a first down. So there's a little bit more passing going on for the Yellow Jackets here on this drive with Pell City singling in on the run.
It's a very good throw and catch right there. Kamari Hampton made a good possession catch right there, and that's huge.
Play action pass could be opened up here for the Yellow Jackets now that they have ran the ball so much here in the second half. Mims, he's looking to throw it. He's going to fire it out to DK Wilson. The ball is going to be dropped just out of the reach of the hands of DK Wilson.
And I'll tell you what, if Wilson catches that ball, he looks like he's got about probably 10, 15 yards in front of him.
Let's look at it again, and Mims just missed him.
Just a little bit overthrown.
He just missed him because Wilson was open in the flats. So, second down and long for the Yellow Jackets. 10 yards to go to that first down marker. In the gun, Mims with Wilson by his side. He's going to motion Kamari Hampton. It's going to be a give to DK Wilson. DK Wilson's got nowhere to go. It's third down and long for the Yellow Jackets again. So this is huge. Once again, another long third down for the Yellow Jackets. Can they keep the success up on third down?
I mean, this is insanity to watch here. And I mean, I'm here for it. I'll tell you this right now.
Third down and 9 yards to go. Mims, Jaden Thomas checks in for DK Wilson. Mims motions Hampton. Mims, he's looking to throw it. He's got Kamari Hampton in open space. Kamari Hampton makes a man miss. He works his way up. That's going to be close to the first down marker. We're going to see in just a moment.
And that's a beautiful play call. I mean, nobody's open except Kamari Hampton's open right there. Get the ball in his hands. Let him make a play.
Nobody's open downfield, so just check it down to your best playmaker. And Kamari Hampton gets a good gain on that play. So fourth down for the Yellow Jackets. Coach Rush Probst rushes over to call a timeout.
I'll tell you what, this very well possibly could be the game here.
This is the biggest play of the game. Right here, right now at Lamar Field, this is the biggest play of the game for both sides. The Yellow Jackets have got to get this first down to keep driving down the field. The Pell City Panthers, if they get a stop right here, they have a chance to put this game on ice.
They really do. I mean, like you were saying, this is the biggest play of the game right here on fourth down. I mean, late in the fourth quarter, 2 minutes left at 9:35 at Lamar Field. This is it right here.
2 minutes and 57 seconds to go here in this ball game. And we said it once already, Jackson. I thought Pell City was shot. I ain't even going to lie. I'm going to be truthful here. I thought Pell City was gone. I thought they were long gone.
Me too.
and they have really made Oxford pay for their mistakes. 2 of these touchdowns have came off turnovers, fumbles. One of them was a muffed punt by Kamari Hampton. The next one, Nick Hampton fumbles a very good pass and catch. He just couldn't hold on to the football. Here we go, 4th down and about 5 yards to go. DK Wilson in motion. Mason Mims is looking to throw it. Mims, he's getting pressured. Mims moves out of the pocket. Good run there from Mason Mims, and that's enough for the first down for the Yellow Jackets.
Just a beautiful
Wait a minute.
play.
The ball, okay. The Pell City sidelines was jumping like the ball was on the ground. I think Mims did lose it, but he does fall on it.
And that's just a beautiful play by Mims. He's not really known as a runner to get out of the pocket right there, but when pressure gets him, he pressures in his face, he runs out of the pocket, makes a play, picks up the first down.
And as you see here, Mims steps up. He got pressured, and the Pell City defensive front got good pressure on that play. So here we go. Going to be a give off DK Wilson. DK Wilson's got a good run there, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and about medium. Scratch that. Jaden Thomas with a good run there. It's going to be about 2nd down and medium.
Just a very good play call right there by Sam Adams. Just a little running back give up the middle, finds a hole.
Well, they started passing a little bit, so now they can kind of work back to that run game if they want to. So 2nd down and about 5 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. Mims looking to throw it. He finds his man on the outside. That's Nick Richardson. Nick Richardson's out there. 3rd down and about 3 yards to go as it was a deep screen to Nick Richardson.
And I'll tell you what, you can't get a better tackle than Blake Gazelle just made right there. And I'll tell you what, he's definitely not the biggest guy on that field, but I'll tell you what.
He's made a lot of plays on this defense now. He's been very underrated, I would say, for this Pell City defense. Here we go. 3rd down and short for the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be a give to Thomas to the outside. Jaden Thomas has got enough for the first down. The Yellow Jackets are running off a lot of clock on this play. So Coach Adams' mindset here, from what I'm thinking, he's going to pretty much force this game to be made on Pell City's defensive side. If they let up a touchdown, game's probably going to be over. They force a turnover or get a stop, Pell City's probably going to get this win because the clock is running with 1 minute and 27 seconds to go. Mason Mims has got Jaden Thomas in the backfield. He's going to motion over DK Wilson. Mims, he's looking to throw it. He's got pressure. Mims, he's looking to throw it. He fires it across, and the ball is almost intercepted. Great coverage there for the Pell City Panthers. Number 25, Blake Gazelle, is down, along with another Panther. Could not see it, but let's look at it again. The Panthers had very good pressure there, and look at that again.
Boy.
Number 34, Trey Kozitsky, really forced Mims out of the pocket there, kind of made him a little uncomfortable. And there's a man down for the Panthers. Looks like number 0, J.J. Johnson, who's had a big impact on the defensive side of the ball for the Panthers, is down.
And that's a huge loss because he's been their guy in coverage so far tonight.
J.J. Johnson has been a big key factor for this Pell City Panthers defense. This injury timeout is big for the Yellow Jackets here. Gives them a second to breathe, kind of get their feet back underneath them here. 2nd down and long coming up. Got to figure out a way to keep moving the football if you're the Yellow Jackets.
It's also very, very big, too, for Pell City because this has been a very long drive by the Yellow Jackets as well. And, I mean, you got to know that these guys are tired.
The Pell City defense has came to play here in the later stages of the 4th quarter.
And, I mean, I'm just – this is an amazing game so far.
If you have missed this ball game, you have missed a good one because this is getting down to the wire.
I'll tell you what.
2nd down and long for the Yellow Jackets. Mason Mims going to motion out DK Wilson. Mims, he's looking to throw it. He fires it across the middle. Kamari Hampton's open. Kamari Hampton's got space across the middle. Kamari Hampton makes a man miss. Kamari Hampton is still shaking and baking. He's going all the way down to the 10, to the 5. He is down at about the 3-yard line. A good pass play there for the Oxford Yellow Jackets and sets them up in the City of Chaos red zone.
And that's exactly what you needed if you're the Yellow Jackets. And I'll tell you what, the Panthers are very lucky that Gross made that tackle right there. If not, Hampton's in the end zone.
Caleb Gross saves the touchdown for the Pell City Panthers. And by the way this is looking, they're looking to call his number on the offensive side of the ball here in just a moment because the Yellow Jackets are in scoring range now.
100%. I mean, I could see them handing it off here, but if that doesn't get a touchdown, I think you throw the 50-50 ball right back up to Kamari.
So it looks like timeout was called on the field as that screen pass just opened up the whole middle of the field for the Yellow Jackets. That was a perfect play call there for Sam Adams, just to open up the middle of the field, get Kamari Hampton in space. Great play call.
And that was beautifully executed as well.
So Sam Adams has got his guys within scoring range.
And I mean, I'll tell you what, like you were saying, if you're not watching this game, you better re-watch it tomorrow morning when you're watching cartoons and eating Cheerios, because I'll tell you right now, this is an insane game.
Coach Adams has got his guys in range. Here we go, shotgun formation. Mims, he's going to give it off to Thomas. Thomas is going to be stood up there.
And that is beautiful, beautiful run defense right there by the Pell City Panthers. And I'll tell you what, this clock is running down. And I'll tell you what, I think Coach Sam Adams
I done told you. Coach Adams has said it. I know he said it. He is not going to leave Pell City with any time on the clock. This game's going to be won on this drive right here. If Oxford's going to win this drive, it's going to be won right here.
Is there that many people on the field?
I think Pell City's got too many guys on the field.
Me too. I think that's going to be the call. It's going to be 12 men.
That is not a penalty you want. Yeah, you don't want that penalty.
Legal precipitation on the defense.
That's huge right there.
Yeah, that is not what you needed. Coach Probst is not happy about that call.
I mean, that's huge for the Yellow Jackets here. I mean, there's 37 seconds left to go. Like you were saying, this game's going to be won right here.
Here we go, 37 seconds to go. First and goal. Going to be a give off to Jaden Thomas into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And I'll tell you what, though, this has been an insane game. And the Yellow Jackets just make a beautiful drive down the field and score to put them in the lead here with 33 seconds left in this football game.
Team 1 Chevrolet touchdown for Jaden Thomas. And now the Yellow Jackets are back on top.
And what a game this is.
Barrera on for the PAT. And there's 33.8 seconds, Jackson. Is there a chance?
I think there is, to be honest with you. I could be wrong here, but I mean, I really do think there is. And the thing about it is, though, Pell City necessarily doesn't have to score a touchdown here. It is now 28-25. All they have to do is get in field goal range, and they have a pretty good kicker.
Well, they scored on one play the last time. If they get a one-play touchdown here, they win the ball game.
And that's just the truth. I mean, if they, let's just say they get a really good play, get down to about the 20-yard line, they can kick a field goal here and tie this game up and send it to overtime.
The Pell City Panthers have fought and fought all night long to be in this position, and so have the Oxford Yellow Jackets. The Oxford Yellow Jackets just responded like a veteran team, like they should. That is what veteran and good-led teams do. They respond when adversity strikes, and that's what the Yellow Jackets just did.
100%. You see a lot of these teams when they're up by so much and the other team comes back and puts it on them. They lay down and give up. But not this Yellow Jackets team. They came to play, they hit them in the mouth, drove down the field, scored a touchdown, and now they're up by 3 points with 33 seconds left to go.
We've seen what the Yellow Jackets offense was made of. Now it's time to see what the Pell City Panther offense is made of. We said it all pre-game show. We said it before this game started. We even said it in this game. Rush Probst has put his guys in a position to win. Now, can they do what they haven't been able to do all year? And that's get that one play. They have been one play away in 50% of the games that they've lost this year.
I mean, like we were saying, though, this is Rush Probst's first year at Pell City, and so far you can already tell there's an improvement.
So here we go, 33.8 seconds. Kickoff is about to go down. Ray Barrera going to kick it off for the Yellow Jackets. Gross is back deep for the Panthers.
I'll tell you what, if you kick this to Gross, I don't know if I would, to be honest with you, because he can take it to the house quick.
Southern States Bank kickoff. And it's going to go back to Barry. Barry, a dangerous return man himself. And Barry's going to get down at about the 27-yard line. So 30 seconds to drive down the field and kick a field goal or possibly score a touchdown for the Pell City Panthers.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, I think you just see the same thing here that you've seen the past couple plays. This Gross read option, or we can see the pitch play in and run. I really like that play call.
Rush Probst is going to have his timeouts right there beside the official. You can't take them with you, so you got to use them, especially in this part of the game.
Especially now.
So here we go, 5 wide receivers. I can't see the far right side, maybe 4 wide receivers.
Before the snap, encroachment on the defense.
Encroachment on the defense, so that's 3 yards for the Pell City Panthers.
And that is, I mean, still, even 5 yards is 5 yards. I mean, think about it is, you break off a big play here and you get it down to about the 40. Now with that 5-yard penalty, you're at the 35-yard line. You can possibly kick a field goal there.
So 4 wide receivers in the formation. Gross is looking to not throw it because there's a
offside. Timeout.
Oxford takes a timeout.
Now, I'll tell you what, I mean, this game, you're sitting here with sweaty palms. Just wait and see what happens.
And they sure know how to make it dramatic. And with another timeout there and a few penalties sprinkled in there. So the Oxford Yellow Jacket defense has got to figure out a way to stop the Pell City offense from getting, I don't know the range of Blackstone, the kicker. Jake Blackstone for the Pell City Panthers. You can tell from the PATs he's got a good leg. You can tell from the kickoffs he's got a good leg. But kicking a field goal is a lot different than kicking a few PATs and have a few kickoffs.
Well, I'll tell you though, he made a 36-yard field goal. The first points of the game was a 36-yard field goal by him. I'll tell you what, I mean, I think he's got enough leg from, I think that ball could have been good from about 40. I'm not even joking either. I mean,
he's got a very good leg on Blackstone. So this is going to be, these first few plays are going to be a real deciding factor on what Rush Probst wants to do. So here we go. Gross by himself. 30 seconds to go here in the ball game. Gross, he's going to keep it himself. Gross, he's making a man miss. Gross is heading to the sidelines. Caleb Gross is still going down the sidelines. He's going to bounce it out of bounds. He's going to get him to about the 47-yard line. Is Caleb Gross.
I'll tell you what, I like this play call. Just let Gross make a play, and that he does. When he cuts back across the field, picks up about another 10, 15 yards right there.
The offensive line for Pell City has blocked very well for Gross all game on these run plays. Gross, empty set. Gross is going to run it again. Gross has got some more space. Gross is going to move it over the 50-yard line. I believe there's going to be a timeout called here. There is indeed. 14 and a half seconds to go here in this ball game.
And I think Coach Rush Probst has 1 timeout left.
So I'm wondering if he's going to stick to the run game here with it being so late in the fourth quarter.
I mean, I think you have to go pass here. Even if it's incomplete, it's still just going to stop the clock.
I'm wondering if we see Nikita Getmanshuk back in the game to throw the football here for the Panthers. I wouldn't be shocked, but I don't think it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be shocked if they switch Gross out to a receiver position and try to throw it up to him.
I mean, I can see that happening, but I mean, so far, you've got back into this football game because of Gross and him behind center. I just don't think you take him out from behind center.
14 seconds to go here in the ball game. The Pell City Panthers are down by 3 to the Oxford Yellow Jackets at Lamar Field. Getmanshuk is heading back out there. So we're going to see what Probst has up his sleeve. If he's got a bread and butter play, now's the time to use it. If he's got the green playbook from the Waterboy, it's the time to use it.
Yeah,
so Getmanshuk, he's looking to throw it. Getmanshuk fires one across the middle of the field, and it is caught, but is a very short gain. Enough for the first down. The clock will stop. Panthers going to run up and spike the football, more than likely. They do indeed spike it.
And I mean, the thing about it is, though, now there's 8 seconds left. Do you have enough time to get a 20-yard gain and to possibly give your kicker a chance to kick it.
Whatever play call is called here, Pell City may have shot themselves in the foot and with the time.
But the thing about it is, though, like me and you were saying, we don't know the leg on him.
We know he can kick it in deep ways, but Getmanchuk staying in. The clock is running. The clock is running. Yeah, that's not right. Yeah, he spiked the ball. Yeah, there was a spike on the play, so the clock should not be running. There's about eight and a half seconds to go in this game, and the clock just ran down to 0, so that is not the case.
Yeah, very. Well, I mean, Oxford's jumping around like they just won this football game.
So 8.5 seconds to go. Ignore the clock at the bottom of the screen because it's not right.
I'm trying to figure out.
They're
exactly what's going on here.
The spike was not seen by the clock keeper, for what I'm guessing, because.
I mean, that was clearly a spike. I seen it with my own 2 eyes.
So now.
What we got going on here? That's my question.
So Getmanchuk runs up, spikes the ball. Clock runs down for those of you who may have missed that. So the clock's going to stay 0 until it is fixed.
I'll tell you what. I think if Rush Prost has confidence in his kicker, if he gets to the 35-yard line here, I think he might give him a chance.
He's going to have to, and it's going to have to be a quick pass out of bounds, if anything, because he's out of timeouts. And there's 8 seconds to go.
But I'll tell you what, though, I don't like how deep Oxford is playing this, to be honest with you. I'm still so confused what's going on here.
Here's the Whitecaps call. Oh, now there's 80 seconds on the clock.
Well, all righty then.
We're going to see in just a minute.
Yeah, Coach Pro's got to be jumping up and down.
So 8 seconds. There we go. 8 seconds to go in the ball game.
80 seconds.
Getmanchuk. He's looking to throw it. 7 seconds. Getmanchuk's got to get out of the pocket, and he's gobbled up in the backfield. Getmanchuk goes down.
And that's going to end this football game, I think.
And the Pell City Panthers fall just short of the Oxford Yellow Jackets, 28-25. Getmanchuk tries to go up in the pocket, just has nowhere to go, and he gets sacked on the play by none other than Keenan Britt.
And whoever's going to get this kid, whatever college gets this kid, is going to get an absolute playmaker and just a team changer.
And Coach Rush Probst in another game falls that 1 play short. He's been in every game.
He really
He's been
has
in every
been.
game. And he falls just short here. And Coach Adams has got to be pleased with how the Yellow Jackets responded after being down and how they really handled the whole offensive side of the ball in the second half.
100%. I mean, thing about this is that is just an absolute slobber knocker of a game right there. Like Jim Ross used to say, one of my favorite announcers ever. I mean, just an absolute slobber knocker. And I'm so happy that we got to call this football game here.
So the Pell City Panthers fall to 1-5. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more. We'll have an interview with Coach Sam Adams when we come back here at the WEAC TV24 Game of the Week presented by Southern States Bank.
I want to introduce to you Oxford Lumber's 2023 All-American team.
Michael B., Power Tools.
Shaw, Outdoor Power Equipment.
Danny Jones, Store Manager.
Rich, Grills and Receiving.
My name is Derek Linkle, your steel technician here at Oxford Lumber.
David, Paint Department.
Greg Couch, Paint Department.
Come see our All-Americans at Oxford Lumber and let us get you what you need for your next building project.
back.
Welcome back in. Shasta's got Coach Sam Adams here on the field.
Hey guys, I am here with Coach Adams. Coach Adams, how are you feeling right now?
Well, I mean, we're not going to ever apologize for a win. You know, sometimes you got to win even though you don't play your best and just find a way at the end. And, you know, that's what our guys did, and I couldn't be prouder of them right now.
Y'all definitely did rally back there at the end. Anything else you want to say to all the fans and viewers out there tonight?
Well, I mean, we had a great crowd tonight. I felt like they were into it the whole time, and, you know, I feel like that played a part in the game. It's really just a great high school football game. A lot of people here on both sides, and, you know, that's the way rivalry games go sometimes.
Awesome. We thank you so much, and good luck with all the games you got coming up the next few weeks.
Thank you. Go Big O.
All right, thanks.
Welcome back in. You heard it from Coach Adams. He ain't never going to apologize after a win, even if you don't play your best. And he's correct. You get the win, it don't matter how bad you played, because there's a big W beside your name when you look at it tomorrow.
I mean, that's a huge win right there. And like we were saying, I got to give props to this Oxford Yellow Jackets team. I mean, you come back, you're down. I mean, you're up 21-10. Pell City fires back. It's 25-21. Most teams lay down and quit, but they did not. The Yellow Jackets battled back and win this game.
And now we're going to shift sides over to the Pell City sidelines. And there was a big switch in momentum there at the end of the game. And Coach Probst has got to be proud of the guys, of his guys. They were one play away. We've said it all week long. He's been one play away every week.
I mean, that's the truth. I mean, but you got to understand, this is his first year here.
First year. We got some highlights here from tonight's ball game here. As we see here, the guy who was really the talk of the show for the Pell City Panthers, Caleb Gross, was the man tonight on the Pell City side of the football.
I mean, Gross, just his speed and agility is just amazing.
So here we go. Mason Mims here looking at a very good ball here. Flicks it off to Jaden Thomas. Jaden Thomas goes down the sidelines. Good run there for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. And there's Kamari Hampton. Just a fumble there, which led to Pell City's first score of the game outside of the field goal there. So a good play there for the Yellow Jackets to get the ball back on their side. There's a big play here for the Panthers. Bouncing it outside. A guy we didn't see much tonight of, but he made his impact.
And I love that play call right there. I mean, that's the little pitch outside is crazy.
So, and there it is, O'Neal. Very, very good player there. O'Neal struggled a lot tonight, but able to get that big two-point conversion.
Just a bruiser of a back.
Very good ball game here as we keep rolling through some of these. That was a crucial play in that ball game.
And then that's just a beautiful sack right there by Woods. And here we go. I think this is the play. And Nick Richardson just burns his man with a little crispy route right there.
Didn't see much of Nick Richardson, but he also made his impact on a lot of the plays here tonight, even if it wasn't catching. It's really the play of the game here.
Yeah,
Kamari Hampton
far.
Over the top. Very good catch there for Kamari Hampton.
And there goes that man out there. I mean, just an absolute monster.
And there is DK Wilson, another very talented tailback for the Yellow Jackets. Gets in the end zone there.
And that's the two-point conversion right there. I mean, Gross just runs an absolute crispy route right there and just gets the two-point conversion. That put him into a field goal.
And here's another good play here for DK Wilson. He was really all over the field tonight for the Yellow Jackets. Big runs there in the second half, which really led to Oxford's success and led to Oxford's win.
And he's just got so much speed and agility going on.
And here's the pass here from Mims. Fires it over the middle. And Nick Hampton just lost the ball. Just lost the ball, which really turned it around for Pell City here late in this ball game. And this is what led to it right here. Caleb Gross puts the Panthers up 25-21 on this big run here. And that was the play that Russ Probst needed. And he got it, but he just couldn't get it late in the game.
And he's just so fast when he gets out in space.
And here's Mims. He fires it across the middle. Good pass there to keep that drive moving there on third down for the Yellow Jackets. And here's another big play here. The pass to Kamari Hampton, which set them up into scoring range here to win this game. They score on this drive with about 30 seconds to go, giving Pell City not much time at all to get in the end zone. And the Oxford Yellow Jackets said at the end of the day, this run here by Jaden Thomas really punches their ticket to another win.
I mean, this was just an absolute juggernaut of a game. A good old-fashioned game, and this is the sack right here by Keenan Britt at the end of this football game. I mean, he's just insane. And this kid is a sophomore. He is a sophomore. He's still got 2 more years here at Oxford. I mean, just beautiful play call.
So thank you all for watching. Make sure you stick around. The Coaches Show with Coach Chandler Tyree, the mailman, Austin Campbell. Y'all have a blessed night. We will see y'all next week.
Good night.
For over 50 years, Oxford City Schools has been building a legacy that we can all be proud of. Academics, athletics, and more. While we are proud of where we've been, we are even more proud of where we are going. Oxford City Schools prepares children from elementary school all the way to the time that they graduate. Our goal is to mold students into future leaders and pioneers of this community and the world.
Come see the wonder that is the Festival of Lights, proudly sponsored by First Bank of Alabama. Chocolaco Park is filled with over 1 million lights and twinkling displays of all